All right, guys, it looks like Donald Trump was right again for the 447th time. He was right. This one was about Iran, and they admitted it. I think this was the biggest flub ever by an Iranian official on a liberal news network right here in the United States. And they are, of course, Iranian sympathizers, and you know exactly who I'm talking about, which is MS Now. We're going to cover a lot, but I can't believe that this guy, this is the Iranian foreign minister, he goes on to a liberal news network and admits everything that we already thought, but now it's been confirmed. Let me know how the audio is. I want to play this clip, and this changes the entire game in Iran. This changes the entire approach, and it just confirms that Tulsi Gabbard, Pete Hegseth, and all of the other cabinet members with Trump's organization, Trump's cabinet, were right. Listen to this. It's going to blow your mind. And I think the minute that he said this, watch the look on his face. And if you weren't looking for this, you would never find it. Smash the like and subscribe. Let's get right into it.
Have 440 kilos of 60% enriched material, and that was not a secret. That is what is mentioned in the reports of the IAEA. So I said that, look, this is mentioned in the report. This, if enriched more, can be good enough for 10 bombs, as your own experts claims. So we are ready to give them up, to give them away. We are ready to dilute them, to downblend them into lower degrees. And by saying that, I wanted to say that the concession that we are going,
Did you hear what he said? Let me back this up a little bit, because I want every one of you to be able to share this information. He admits to having 60% uranium enriched to a level to build 11 bombs, not normal bombs. That's not what uranium builds. Listen to this again. I'm going to back it up just a smidge so you get more of the context.
Make some excuses for themselves. I never said that we are going to make bombs. I said that we have 440 kilos of 60% enriched material, and that was not a secret. That is what
440 kilos of 60% enriched uranium. Did Hillary Clinton sell them this as well?
Is mentioned in the reports of the IAEA. So I said that, look, this is mentioned in the report. This, if enriched more, can be good enough for 10 bombs, as your own experts claims. So we are ready to give them up, to give them away. We are ready to dilute them, to downblend them into lower degrees. And by saying that, I wanted to say that the concession that we are making is really big. But how they have interpreted that, I don't know. Maybe because the lack of enough knowledge, maybe because of their intentions to.
This interview was over on MS Now. Breitbart jumped all over it. And it's really just more affirmation, more confirmation that Donald Trump was right. Iran had enough uranium to make multiple nuclear weapons by saying that he did say they had enough material, if enriched further. It could make 10 nuclear weapons, but claiming that this was actually just trying to convey how big of a concession Iran would make. 440 kilos of 60% enriched material. This is exactly what we thought. Trump was right for the 447th time. Now, there's rumors coming out that Israel could very well be moving into a ground invasion. There are multiple United States warships in the area that have United States Marines on them, LHAs, LPDs, FFGs, Gator freighters, some people call them. But the wait and see game just ended. The news media has been busy talking in circles. The Iranian foreign minister just let the cat out of the bag that they're sitting on enriched uranium. And for those of us who work for a living and know how tools work, That's not power plant grade. That's a hair's breadth away from a nuclear trigger. They aren't a light bulb. They're building a bomb to hold the world hostage. And the hard truth is we've reached a definitive turning point. Airstrikes can punch holes, but they can't secure a perimeter or take back the stolen resources of this regime that they have taken and that hates our way of life. And here's a harsh reality. They don't want to say out loud, securing the prize. And the prize is probably Karg Island. 90% of Iran's oil flows through Karg Island. If we want to break the back of this regime without a 20-year, forever war, you take their wallet, you capture this hub. It doesn't cut off their funding. It puts America first. Movement in the driver's seat of this global energy movement. And you let Donald Trump have the keys to this. You let Marco Rubio become the next Ayatollah. We secure the oil. We stabilize the price at the pump. We stop the regime from paying their henchmen. We cut off China. This is a long game. This is the long move on China. That 60% threat, you can't bomb enriched uranium without risking a massive fallout. You need boots on the ground, professional blue-collar soldiers to physically secure those canisters at sites like Isfahan. And you better do it quick before this disappears into a mountain or it gets sold to North Korea or some other, maybe Afghanistan, where we've already got all that military equipment that Joe Biden left behind. By seizing these oil terminals, we prove the regime is powerless to protect its own crown jewels. We spark an internal collapse that finally brings this hidden truth to light. I don't think this is nation building. I think it's about threat removing. We go in, secure the nukes, take the oil, leverage, and let the regime fall under its own weight. I got a poll in the chat. How many of you who should send troops into Iran? 41% say Israel, 3% say the United States, 27% say both, and 29% say no. Just let the cards fall where they may, right? 29% of you don't want troops on the ground in Iran, but are probably okay with troops on the ground in Germany, South Korea, England, Japan. Why aren't we pulling the troops out of those places that are much more secure? That's kind of the question I've got for a lot of people is why is it okay for us to send troops or have troops in those countries, but not in an area like this? Israel's planning a major expansion of its ground operation in Lebanon, aiming to seize the area south of the Litani River. Remember that whole river to the sea conversation that they always like to bring up? Let me pull that up here. This is a big move, a very big move. I would love to see Israel take control of that area. I believe it's a binary choice. I know people are gunning there. Send your shekels if that's your biggest comeback. If that's your only story, send the shekels, right? But I would much rather the United States do exactly what they've done, is loosen, or what I would say, soften the targets there, which is what they've done with these bombing campaigns, and let Israel do what Israel does. Let them send in some ground troops. Let them send in, I don't even know what kind of tanks they got. I don't know what those are. Send in some Tesla bots. That'd be good. Why not, right? We've got to talk a little bit more about Tucker Carlson. We'll get into that in a second. Apparently Tucker Carlson has, he's crossed the Rubicon. He might be charged as a foreign agent, delivering information to the enemy, to terrorist organizations. If that's the case, this just opened a whole can of worms. There's a lot of people right now that are probably trying to find the same software that Hillary Clinton used on her laptop, the bleach bit stuff. That's what's going to happen. Let's jump right in here. I want to hear this clip or show you this clip. I've already kind of proofread some of this stuff.
While Israel continues its air campaign against Iran, new reports indicate it is preparing a massive ground invasion against the Iran-backed terror group Hezbollah in Lebanon. Chief correspondent Jonathan Hunt has the latest from here in London. Jonathan, What more can you tell us?
Good evening, Brian. Israeli strikes have been pounding Hezbollah in Lebanon for almost 2 weeks now in the south of the country, from where Hezbollah has for years launched rocket attacks against Israel, and in Beirut, where the group has long had a stronghold in the city's southern suburbs and where many Hezbollah leaders are based. The group, of course, is closely tied to and funded by Iran, and thus has been a frequent target for Israel in a 2006 war, for instance, and in the years since the Hamas-led attacks of October 7th, an intricate and devastating Israeli operation, you'll remember, involving exploding pagers targeted.
The pagers was really good. With the pagers, I think that really set the example of how advanced these guys are. I think if they want you, just find a place that you want to pass away, make yourself comfortable. Right? That's what I think. And I'm going to put a poll in the chat while you watch this. And I want to ask you, how much longer can Iran hold out?
Hezbollah leaders in 2024, killing and maiming an estimated 1,500. And Israel now appears determined to finish the job of dismantling Hezbollah.
The problem is that the Lebanese government, they say the right things against Hezbollah, against Iran, but they don't apply sovereignty.
That's exactly what happens. Iran has never won a war and they've never lost a negotiation. That's the sad part. And you can quote me on that. I believe Donald Trump said that many years ago. And he's never been more wrong or never been more right. They have never lost a negotiation. They've never won a war. And for once, we've got a president that is not going to allow them to continue down this road of just getting away with whatever they want. Let me go here. Now, this is a former Marine. He's a decorated Marine soldier, lost both of his legs in an IED attack. This is Joey Jones. Listen to what Joey says about Marines, boots on the ground.
Target for the U.S. President Trump seems very happy about it. Break down why it's important.
Yeah, so I mean, if you just look at where Karg Island is, that whole area there where we see basically the water surrounded by land, the different seas in the area, that's called the littoral warfare zone. So what that means is it's fairly shallow water. It's where things like mines can be placed. It's also where things like basically land to sea ordnance can be fired. So it varies in distance.
We have ships called littoral combat ships that are specifically designed for this. LCS, littoral combat ships. Look them up. They have this big sort of opening under the bottom, a big foil, so they can drive over these things without being affected by it. Check it out.
It's in depth. It's not necessarily shallow water, but it's the water around the coastline that naval combat could happen. We call that the littoral zone. Our littoral capabilities, really, that's the Marine Corps, right? That's something that the Marine Corps and Navy are spearheads on. There isn't a fighting force in the world anywhere near what the Marine Corps can do when it comes to the littoral zone. They're amphibious landing. That's what the Marine Corps is designed for. Karg Island specifically, the reason why I wanted to point this out today is that the Strait of Hormuz is not far from it, but it's pretty far. So we're all focused on that narrow channel there to get shipping through.
Let me show you this. I want to show you exactly what he's talking about here. So here is the Straits of Hormuz, and there's the island. There's the island that gives it its name. This is all shoal water here. And if you know what shoal water is very shallow, covered by coral. So it makes the passage through this area very treacherous. You have to go out very wide into this canal. And to block this entire area, you don't really need to worry about this because this is naturally being impeded. The shoal water is very shallow, probably less than a fathom. And if you know what a fathom is, you've been to sea on some submarines and some ships, you know what that is. So this is the Strait of Hormuz here. And then we're going to travel a little further down. So all of that shipping traffic comes through this choke point, which is very dangerous. And that's why these Yemenis, the Houthi rebels, they're firing rockets in here on a daily basis because it's like shooting fish in a barrel. Now you come further down, Karg Island is here. Karg, whatever you want to call it. You can call it Trump's island right now. This could be Mar-a-Lago part 2, but you could see all of the oil refinery equipment and containers here. So they all come in here. They back up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's very shallow there. There's an old beach park. That would be nice. There's about 7 or 8 piers here on the island that they back up to. And the main, now look at this one right here. Look here. Look here. See how they back up here to these piers? They hook up equipment, they fill them full of oil, and then they go to China. There's a church there on the island. Wow, how ironic. I wonder what kind of stuff they're hiding in the church. There's a restaurant. You guys can go eat your hummus and chips there. Let's get back to what Joey was saying here. Now you've got a layout there.
But where Karg Island is, the idea that if Iran had mines, if they had in-water capabilities, I've said on this show for months now, all the drone stuff we see in the air, that technology being implemented underwater and on the water is the next big fight that we're trying to catch up with. I've got friends that have companies in this. I've got friends in the Navy that are trying to catch us up. And we have some gaps in our capabilities that are very obvious. And some gaps started as late as this past January. So the reason why Karg Island is of interest to me is a couple things could be happening. Lucas Thompson talked about this earlier. We could be bringing in Marines. That group of Marines that's coming in with the Tripoli group, they could absolutely take Karg Island. That's something they could do. The manpower and capabilities they have. They could also be what we call a feint, kind of a draw your eyes over here when we bring in special operations guys to do something else.
When he said that, that's what really caught me off guard, I guess. Or not off guard. It really got me to thinking that could be the ultimate move. Trump is a master of the deal, the sleight of hand. We just saw what happened in Venezuela, but Nicolas Maduro. Maduro is now turning state's evidence. He is trying to get a plea deal with Tulsi Gabbard. I think this very well could be right, where we show Marines go into the island, and then we send in some level of special forces here. Let me ask you this. I'm not a Marine. I've got some really good Marine friends. Do you think 2,500 Marines could control this island? I don't know. I don't know what is there. I do know that this is their crown jewel, as some people have said. But boy, oh boy, oh boy. You put 2,500 Marines on a piece of land after they have been at sea. Marines hate being on ships. We've got Marines in the chat. None of you liked being on a ship. You wanted to get out and be a Marine. I think the only way that you get out and be a Marine is be a Marine. And everybody, post your branch of service in the chat and let me know. Do you think 2,500 Marines could control Karg Island with the helps of, James, Recon Marine Combat Veteran here, Semper Fi, MF? Do you think 2,500 Marines could control that island? I don't know. I don't know what's on there, but I guarantee you that the Secretary of War knows what's on there. And I also believe that this island, with what we've got going on just across the ocean, or not across the ocean, just across this channel. Let me show you what's just across the channel here. You see this? Kuwait City, right across the channel, or we'll call it the sea, right? Persian Gulf. There's Kuwait City. Huge United States Navy presence in Kuwait City. Little port there. I think it was called Shuaibah, is where that we used to bring equipment in. It was a deep water port. Let me see if I can bring this here. I think this is it here. No. I believe Shuaibah was the name of the deep water port Kuwait dive team. That's ironic. That's ironic. The things you see on Google Earth. But right here, I mean, that is not very far at all to transit across there. And that's why Kuwait City was the hub for bringing all military equipment into Iraq, into that area. And anybody that says the United States Navy is not important, doesn't understand that all your Army tanks get delivered on military Sea Lift Command equipment. So the Straits of Hormuz, very important for controlling that area. Control the choke point. It's like if you, I always heard, you control the head, you control the body. And the Strait of Hormuz is the head. That's the head of the snake right there, without a shadow of a doubt. With the Iranian foreign minister admitting that they have 60% enriched uranium, they're days away, maybe weeks away. They say that's nobody's in the schools. Is that true? I don't know. Would you send your kid to school while there's an operation going on? I don't think anybody's that stupid, but you feel free to be as dumb as you want, right? I can't get into that method of thinking. I don't believe that they had kids in that school, but and here's the other thing. Iran, come on, man. Saying that's a school right next to a military equipment.
So there's a lot of opportunity. One thing we know that Tripoli group has are F-35 fighters, and that's kind of the prime element of that as we know of right now.
Just to follow up quickly on Karg
Sure.
Island, you said the Marines could conceivably take it. What would the objective be there? Why would we want to do that?
The oil production. It would
seize
be
it for ourselves?
It would be a safer way to show what we could do if we wanted to than actually going mainland Iran. It would be a good way to showcase the extent at which we're willing to go. Why haven't we bombed the oil? Because we might want to seize it ourselves, that kind of thing.
I don't know if Joey was allowed to say or was supposed to say that. The old bait and switch. I'm okay with all of it. I really am. I've got faith. I'm not going to just turn my back on the president in just, days. And that seems to be what has happened. There's a lot of people right now that are probably going to be deleting or getting bleach bit off of their phones. This is one of them. He was just in the White House, I want to say about a week, 2 weeks ago. Tucker Carlson was in the White House, and I don't know. I don't believe that the CIA can arrest you. They can refer things for charges. Tulsi Gabbard has developed a knack for finding intelligence. Tucker Carlson claims that the Department of Justice will charge him for violating the foreign agent law. The CIA read my text. Right? It was bombed on a Saturday night. Yeah, why were kids in a school on a Saturday night? I'm sure they were there for a Bible school, right? Tucker Carlson said last night that the Justice Department's preparing to charge him for being an unregistered foreign agent. How does he know that the CIA was reading his text messages? Who in the CIA leaked that information to him? Let me play this clip for you and just let him explain to you exactly how he got this, because the leak could be bigger than the actual information.
The CIA is preparing some kind of criminal referral against me, a crime report, the Department of Justice, on the basis of a supposed crime I committed. What's that crime? Well, talking to people in Iran before the war. They read my texts. So the crime under consideration apparently would be the Foreign Agent Act or something like that, acting as an agent of a foreign power. And I don't expect this to go anywhere. I'm not too worried about an actual criminal case against me for a bunch of reasons. One, I'm not an agent of a foreign power. Unlike a lot of people commenting on U.S. politics and global affairs, I have only one loyalty, and that's the United States, and have never acted against it. Its interests are the only interests I care about because I'm from here and I have a lot of kids. So that's not a concern. I've also never taken money from anybody.
Ooh. When he said I've never taken money, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Now, his dad, we know about his dad's dealings, setting up America's Voice, setting up all these other things, CIA. Tucker's dad was part of the CIA or involved in the CIA. I don't know. Somebody will fact check me on it if I say he was CIA and not. I'm sure we got some Tucker fans in there. Tucker used to sponsor my channel. the ALP stuff. Did he violate the Hatch Act by going there and interviewing some of these foreign adversaries? But how did he get the information that they were looking at his text messages? And I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to give you the memo. Don't send anything about America's operations. Don't send anything about what's going on with the military or the government. Here we go. I am Danny, or I am Daniel. I don't trust Ben. Good. Don't trust me somewhere else. You're flushed. There you go. Good. There you go. Goodbye. Easy. You don't trust me? Don't trust me somewhere else. Thank you. I love it whenever morons expose themselves this early, and that the toilet is working. I don't believe that somebody said polygraphs. I don't believe polygraphs are admissible in court. I myself, in the programs I used to work in, I used to have to take polygraphs. They do detect if you're trying to dissuade, if you're trying to be untruthful. I don't believe they work with actually finding specific information. Tucker's getting changed. Tucker may have caused his own problems.
So that's not a concern. I've also never taken money from anybody. Don't need it, don't want it. And that's provable. And moreover, it's my job to talk to everybody all the time and try and figure out what's happening around the world. That's literally what I do for a living. And I'm not going to stop doing that. Nor should I don't think. I'm also an American. I can talk to anybody. I have no secrets to divulge. So legally, I think the case is ludicrous, and I doubt it'll even become a case. I'm bringing this up for a couple of reasons, though, and they're pretty obvious. One is that countries tend to become more authoritarian in wartime. It's just the nature of war. People are dying.
I don't believe it's the nature of war. I believe it's that we don't want secrets. Tucker Carlson was in the White House just a couple of weeks ago with the president of the United States, could have overheard some things and shared that information. If you think you're getting into the White House without intelligence agencies looking into your communications with foreign governments, you're retarded. If you think you're going into the same room as the most powerful man in the world without our intelligence agencies looking into your communications, you're dumb. And I don't want you in the same room as President Trump unless they have looked into your background. I don't want it. You might as well send Thomas Crooks in to hang out with him, or the Zodiac killer, or the I-5 guy. Right? Come on, man. You got to be this dumb.
More authoritarian in wartime. It's just the nature of war. People are dying. The stakes are high. People's emotions have risen to a very high point, to a crescendo. And so there's much less tolerance for any kind of dissent in the homeland. The irony, of course, is the United States fights wars on behalf of freedom, but there's always less of it here in our country during war. So that's a widely recognized phenomenon. And it's like,
I don't want you in or around my president unless you've been vetted. That's just a fact, Jack. And if you can't deal with it, if you have something to hide, go away. Go away. I'll show you who Tucker interviewed. This is who he interviewed. The guy that just said that they had 60% uranium.
What we know so far is that the facilities have been seriously and heavily damaged.
President Trump has made it clear multiple times that Iran's nuclear facilities targeted in those U.S. strikes were, in his words, obliterated. Have they been obliterated?
It appears that they have been.
Isn't it funny? He can't speak English in this interview, but in the previous one with MSNBC, he can speak perfect English. Does that make any sense to you? Come on, people. Come on, man. We know how the game is played. It's all about sleight of hand. This is a magic trick. This is a complete and utter magic trick. Look over here, not over there. Don't do this, do this. But Tucker Carlson, dude, you need to turn on the closed captioning so we can understand them. I don't control the closed captioning. I don't care either. What I heard him saying is, I like pork sandwiches. That's what I heard him saying. And if you just fill that in, that makes a lot of sense. So here, this photo is hilarious in hindsight. Trump knew Tucker was talking to Iran. So he invites him to the Oval Office before the strike, knowing Tucker will run straight back and relay it. Iran sees this photo, thinks Tucker has Trump's ear, thinks Trump is bluffing. Meanwhile, Trump's sitting there smiling because he wanted them to believe it. Tucker's ego sells the deception. Khomeini buys it. And just like that, Tucker unknowingly helps take out the supreme leader, and now America's biggest traitor may be heading to prison. Does Donald Trump's smile look a little knowing there? And he's shouting Aloha Gay Bar. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. I'm going to tell you, I think Trump is like, we got you. We got you, B. We got you. I really think that, right? Hold on. Let's go ahead and try to find him. Kid Joe, I guess you're starting some crap in the chat. Send some shekels, right? I appreciate it. Thank you. I don't care. If you get up this early to talk crap to me, I appreciate you leaving other people alone. Let's go. Kid Joe, grab a new hot pocket. There we go. This is amazing. Because you know that they investigated Tucker prior to him coming in here. It's just the way it is. You're not getting near the president of the United States without them looking into your, oh, here we go. Kid Joe, scared. I'm not scared. I just don't like hanging around with retards. So goodbye. Let's go ahead and flush him. Bye. My life is too good to be hanging around with morons. That's kind of the way I look at it, right? And if you limit the amount of morons that are around you, your life will be improved. It's like hanging around stinky people. You're going to pick up some of the smell. Don't do it. Avoid them. Avoid all the morons. Trump and Tucker have known and same circle for years, and now they know. I believe Trump knows who Tucker is very well. Let's go here. Here's the poll in the chat. Did Tucker violate the Hatch Act? 82% say yes. That is telling. Let's go here. We saw what happened just yesterday. There was a story coming out here. 2 people shot and killed outside of the Players Championship golf. The course is opening to the public delayed. Have we heard anything about who did this? And my first question, and this was in St. Johns County, Florida. I believe that's around Jacksonville, south of Jacksonville. Have we heard if it was a gear shifter or an Aloha Gay Bar guy yet? 32-year-old alleged assailant reportedly knew his victims with the shooting tied to a domestic incident. Let's see if we can find out who this is. Let's see. Who is this? Oh, okay. Let's see if there's any ties here that we might want to jump into. Deputies arrest suspect killed in St. Johns County. Let's see. What is the name? 2 people are dead. Walgreens. Both victims were taken to the hospital, later died from the injury. Sorry to hear that. Barrios. Okay. Christian Barrios, according to Sheriff Robert Hardwick, said the shooting appears to be connected to a domestic violence and the suspect knew the victims. Why do we always go to the mechanics? We always go to the mechanics. Sadly. Let's go here. This came out last night before. United States is conducting massive bombings there. I think that it's going to continue. Let's go here. Rapid response. If you're not following them on X, you should. Let's go here. I want to see what this is. This is coming out right now from the secretary. Let's hear this.
Of course, the whole world will be united on the need to open Hormuz. And clearly, we will have the support of other nations to achieve that objective. But in the short term, we have to end Iran's ability to kill American soldiers, terrorize their neighbors, and continue to put global energy supplies at risk, as they've done for 47 years.
Somebody sent me a message just now that the shooter at the TPC was MS-13. His last name, Barrios, is a very prominent name within MS-13. That should worry you. That should very much worry you. The thing, I mean, it's only getting worse. I don't know how quickly that things actually get better. Let's go here. Pentagon names 6 airmen killed in the Iraq tanker crash. Pentagon identified the 6 Air Force crew members from KC-135 Stratotanker. On March 12th, Major John A. Klenner of Alabama, Roll Tide, Captain Ariana G. Savino of Washington, Tech Sergeant Ashley B. Pruitt of Kentucky, Captain Seth R. Koval of Indiana, Captain Curtis J. Angst of Ohio, Tech Sergeant Tyler H. Simmons of Ohio. Klenner's family started a GoFundMe later after Libby's emotional Instagram post about his goofy spirit as a husband and father to a 2.5-year-old, 7-month-old twins. The crash ruled non-combat related, raises Operation Epic Fury's total to 13, the same amount of deaths that happened at Abbey Gate, where President Biden abandoned United States military members. And people are going to be more upset about that than they will President Biden abandoning the United States military. U.S. Air Force A-10 Thunderbolt received fuel in flight. That's what these things do. They refuel these. There's a handful of other airplane. I always revert to ships because, that's like we called it an UNREP. Underway replenishment is what we call it. These are massive lines at the Iranian airport. They're voluntarily leaving Karg Island. They're trying to get out of there as quickly as possible. This is the clip of the twins that this Major Kenner had. This is gut-wrenching. This is I'm not going to show that. That is emotional blackmail, I think. That needs to be. I mean, I'm sure Candace Owens will probably come out. What does this say? Ben was owed the heist up truck full of Tucker's products. Give it back. Mark, I don't know what you're talking about, but spamming the chat with emojis not gonna end well for you. Okay, we don't have that kind of relationship here. Spamming the chat with that is not going to work. I've noticed it, and that's the one thing that'll get you banned. Let's go here. This is an Antifa cell that just got busted. See if I can pull this up here. Right there. There we go. This is an Antifa cell. I believe this is going to continue to happen. I'm sure Travis Jur is in here somewhere. Let's go here.
Several suspects are now in custody after a Texas police officer was shot in the neck while responding to a call outside of an ICE facility. So it happened in Alvarado, which is near Fort Worth. This was over the holiday weekend, and Jonathan Hunt is following this story for us. Hi, Jonathan.
Good morning, Dana. This all played out in the late evening of July 4th outside the Prairieland Detention Center in Alvarado. Police officers responded to a call about a suspicious person outside the center. When they arrived, they saw someone who appeared to have a gun. One of the Alvarado officers tried to talk to that person, and at that point, several other people opened fire on the officer, who was hit in the neck. He was treated at a local hospital and has since been released. Officers arrested a number of people at the scene. A motive for the attack is still being investigated, but the Department of Homeland Security said a group of more than a dozen people had slashed tires of federal vehicles and damaged security cameras at the ICE facility. There was also another attack on an ICE facility in Portland, Oregon, Friday night, a facility that has been the site of an ongoing protest for several weeks. Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche wrote on X Saturday morning, quote, "We are closely monitoring the attacks on DHS detention facilities in Prairieland, Texas and Portland, Oregon, and are coordinating with the USAOs and our law enforcement partners. The department has zero tolerance for assaults on federal officers or property and will bring the full weight of the..."
I mean, they look like Democrat voters. They all do. And I'm glad they were all arrested. Tucker, somebody said miserable young kids. These are not kids. These are not children. Don't give me that crap that, they're just innocent children. These are not kids. Not a kid. Not a kid. I don't know what that one is at the bottom there. Not a kid. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Don't come at me with think of the children. No. If you want to hear that one here.
Won't somebody please think of the children? Think of the children. Won't somebody please think of the children?
Yeah, they're all children, right? All children. Tommy knows most of them. Oh, really? Wow, that's scary. That's really scary that somebody would associate themselves with people like that. That's why I don't really allow morons in the chat, because I don't want to be associated with them. They say something stupid, it's my fault. Not happening. Here we go. You want a good story that'll warm your heart? You want to see a real patriot? Here we go. Look at this patriot.
Is this hat worth the heartache?
To me, it is. If that wasn't a condition of my employment, I'd be back to work tomorrow. I miss the kids. Those kids and I had a great relationship.
But a complaint from one of Mr. Dave's Bus 73 students about his Make America Great Again hat has brought that relationship to a screeching halt.
I get a phone call from my boss at Christ Transportation. And she contacts me and says, "Hey, listen, I'm going to buy you a hat, an American flag hat, because the school district has deemed that they don't want you to wear the Make America Great Again hat."
Dave Bonhoff, a retired Baltimore County police officer turned Littlestown area school bus driver, says he chose to walk away before afternoon drop-off, claiming the district and Christ Transportation violated his freedom of speech.
There's nothing in this hat that says anything about partisanship.
What do you say to people who may argue that the hat is pretty synonymous with President Donald Trump, a political figure?
I would say that they're incorrect. I would say that making America great is what we should all strive to be. Anybody who doesn't want America to prosper, I take issue with them.
Al Moyer, Littlestown area's superintendent of schools, clarified over the phone that Bonhoff was an employee of Christ Transportation, not the district, but that it was the district's belief that, quote,
what do you think here? I believe this guy's a patriot. I can't believe he's former law enforcement officer. Who better to drive a school bus than a former law enforcement officer? Have you heard Netanyahu's family and possibly MIA? No, I haven't. And if you believe Iranian propaganda, get your head examined and have it removed from your butt. Don't do it. Can you believe they fired this guy because of this? I believe he's a patriot. If you think he's a patriot, type 1 for yes, 2 for no. I have started wearing my MAGA hat more and more and more, almost daily. because I know what it does to the trolls. I know what it does to the idiots. Should we charge media figures with coercion since they created Antifa and these radicals? That's a damn good question. Let's put that to the chat. Let's put that to the poll. Ooh, I love that. Here we go. We got a poll response here. Was the shooter at the golf course MS-13? 90% believe that he was. Here we go. Should we charge I can't even spell Antifa. That's how much I hate them. Should we charge media figures with coercion since they created Antifa and these radicals? I think Obama created the, what were they called? Taliban, right? They're basically the Taliban here in the United States. Someone will gripe about the American flag hat also. No kidding. You're never going to appease these people. And once you start playing their games, then you start using their pronouns. We don't use pronouns here other than retard. That's the trolls' pronouns. Let's just go straight retard. Fed up with the morons. It's hilarious to see how many people hate America. And what part of make America great again is racist? What part is racist? I can't figure that part out. If somebody can help me in the chat figure that part out, let me know. Because I can't, I don't understand that part so far. Let me put on the comments here so we can see some of this. There we go. Charge the media. He should sue the P out of the school. I'm trying not to cuss. I'm doing a good job of it, I think. Let's go here. I've been talking about this for a while, and now the president is talking about it. It'll get some traction, and it should get more traction, I believe. Let's go here. Here we go.
Activated any sleeper cells inside the U.S.
They've been trying for a long time. We've been very much on top of it. The biggest problem we have is the Democrat shutdown. We know a lot about them, but the shutdown doesn't allow us to do what we have to do.
Have you been briefed about how many Iran sleeper cells there could be inside the U.S. right now?
I have been, and a lot of people came in through Biden with this stupid open border. But we know where most of them are.
It's a thing that everyone's been talking about in this country this week. President Trump saying we know where most of the sleeper cells are as concerns over possible terror attacks here in the homeland rises. Let's bring in the Big Weekend Show co-host and former U.S. Marine Corps Staff Sergeant Joey Jones, and a great friend of mine. Joey, thank you for coming on. I want to ask you about these threats to the homeland. I mean, people are so concerned. My friends, my family, we're all talking about it. The president says he knows where these terror cells are. Shouldn't we be going after them?
I think there's some nuance in that interview because that's the soundbite that everyone's playing. I think what he's saying is a lot of people came here either illegally or came here and were allowed in from places where terrorists come from. And we know who those people are and we know where they are. I don't think he means we know that they are sleeper cells. And that's the problem because that ambiguous term sleeper cell, I mean, we look at the most recent attacks and we understand that someone, at least the two young men with the bombs here in New York, they said they were inspired by ISIS videos and propaganda that were.
Do you think we're going to see something at Easter? Do you think we're going to see something happen at Easter? With the amount of hatred that is in America right now, honestly, yes or no in the chat. 1 for yes, 2 for no. Do you think we see something happen here on our soil? I say something happen. We've already seen other things happen. Austin, Texas. He had the Aloha gay bar shirt on. We saw New York City where they were throwing stuff at Jake Lang. Now, Jake Lang, I believe, deserves to be in a wood chipper feet first. Slightly frozen, but that's just my opinion because I got a daughter. We saw what happened in Virginia. We saw what happened at Michigan. So I say, is something going to happen? Stuff is already happening. It's already happening.
Put out those are kind of your mix between a lone wolf and a sleeper cell. I mean, they were, their parents came here, so they've been naturalized. And so there's this ambiguity between folks that come here from places where terrorists originate and then those that are actually communicating with a terrorist organization or even the Iranian regime.
Very important for Americans to be vigilant right now and just making sure we're not staring at our phones when we're walking around in public places. That's key. I want to ask you about the breaking news today from the president announcing that we're going to be sending in warships into the Strait of Hormuz along with our allies and their warships to make sure that
the more aggression that we show against these jackholes, the more of a response we're going to get here. We are agitating them. They are trying to cut off everything in that area. It's not working. We're winning, and they can't take it. And I believe, somebody says, "Hey, Ben, how are those knees?" Hold on, I'll help you out with that one. Hide user on the channel. The knees are on your neck as you go down the toilet. There we go. Goodbye. I got no time for stupidity. All right. And I've got a bucket load of your mama jokes that I could crack on anyone right now, but it's a Sunday, so I won't. All right. I don't want to use your mama jokes on you, but I will. I believe what we're seeing is, it's huge, but I think there is going to be some real blowback on our own soil, and you better be ready for it. You better be ready for what could happen. I don't know how many of you go to church. I don't know how many of you, wait, what? Iran has a space research center, Space Research Institute in West Tehran was just hit. What? I didn't have that on my bingo card today. Did you? Space Research Center in Tehran. Well, there's a little more space for them to have to research. Wow. Oh, somebody said in the chat, it's a school. It's a school research. Okay. Nobody's talking about black swan. That was a term that was used quite a bit. And now we're not really using that term anymore, are we? That's a term that we are not comfortable with, maybe. Uh-oh, here we go. We got breaking news coming out right now. Trump, Iran wants a ceasefire, but the terms aren't good. Questions whether Aloha Gay Bar is even alive. He might not even be alive. Let's see. President Donald Trump said Saturday Iran wants to end the conflict, that he's refusing to make a deal because the terms aren't good enough. Okay. Art of the deal in effect. Let's go here. Okay, so we got some music here. We got some footage of what's going on. Trump administration has rebuffed reports by the Middle East allies to launch ceasefire talks. I don't think we stop. I think we continue to put our foot right on their neck. There's a lot of new job openings in Iran. Yeah, learn to code. Learn to code in Iran right now. LinkedIn is going to be a very good place to go find a job if you're in Iran. Operation Epic Fury, day 15, U.S. strikes 90 targets on the critical island of critical Karg Island. Look at that. Oh, here we go. Bahrain is canceling the Grand Prix. They have a Grand Prix race that's scheduled there. They're canceling it because of the Iranians. Not a good look for them, is it? Not a good look. Man. Many countries will send warships to patrol the Strait of Hormuz. If they have any buy-in, they should. No quarter. I agree. Unconditional surrender only. That's where I'm at. I don't want them to. We have. It's been a long time since we fought anyone to win. We have not fought anyone to win. And I believe a part of that has been the Obama administration. I believe it has been the Biden administration. We have not fought any wars to win. Oh, here we go. We got some misinformation coming out right here. This is the misinformation of Iran. If you believe Iran on anything, just pepper your anus. Here we go.
As CENTCOM pointed out, that those reports of an F-15 being shot down are false. As you can imagine, Iran is doing everything it can to peddle in lies, deception, and inflation of numbers in reality, mostly to propagandize to their own people. Right? They've shut down the internet. They're hoping they can convince their own population that they're having success. One thing one of their leaders said recently is that 500 Americans have been killed. They claim
500.
These are lies. The lies will continue. CENTCOM will continue to debunk those lies. So, and as often is the case in conflict, first reports are often wrong. As it pertains to nuclear material and things like that, one of the objectives the president has always said is that Iran will not have a nuclear bomb, nuclear capabilities, but we would never disclose what we will or will not do inside an operation.
They're trying the Hanoi Jane, the Tokyo Rose thing. I say Hanoi Jane. I always think of Jane Fonda as just being a sympathizer, and she was. 500 Americans have not been killed. They have not shot down any F-15s. You heard it directly there from the Secretary of War. I mean, it's just like, come on. At some point, they have to. Oh, here we go. Uh-oh, hold up. Clickbaiter in chief. We got to hear what the clickbait.
And you knew it was coming.
Here we go. Hold up. I want to see what Alex is spewing this morning. I lost a lot of respect from this guy, and I believe he was deballed as soon as we found out that Candace Owens's dad was the head of security at Sandy Hook. And Candace gained a lot of popularity when Alex had to tone it down.
Trump says last Sunday, the war's over, we're ending it. Iran says, no, you're not. We're not going to stop. Mine's the Strait of Hormuz. Israel says, we're not stopping. What did I say then will happen? Trump will now move the Marines with the Expeditionary Amphibious Landing Force, like the Coronado. They're little aircraft carriers that carry the attack helicopters and the amphibious landing craft, the big hovercraft. That is now sailing towards the Strait of Hormuz. Pentagon is moving additional Marines, warships to the Middle East. That just broke an hour ago. Now, if you think 5,000 Marines, as good as they are going to be able to take the other side of the Strait of Hormuz, which is the most honeycombed, intense military zone in.
He's saying that Trump is a World War VII. I believe at this point, Alex has basically called Trump into, he's saying World War IV. World War IV. I missed World War III. I didn't get the wake-up call for World War III. Thank you, Tom and Bella. Victory over the IRGC decal. Thank you. Troll under the bridge. DC Power gave away some memberships. If you get a membership on the channel, go to the community post page. I'll show you here where you can do that. Let me go here. Community post. If you go to the community post page right here, there will be a link to the members only area. Let me do that right now. Patriots and Higher, members only chat. No trolls. There we go. And you can connect with, I can't even spell troll right, which they probably shouldn't be spelled right anyway. It's a no troll zone is what that is. I'm going to put a link in there right now so that if you join the channel as a member, you get in there and mix it up with a bunch of patriots. We have a lot of them. And DC Power, thank you so much for that. I really, really appreciate that. Let's go here. Copy. No Troll Zone is updated with a new link. Get in there if you just got a membership. If you were just gifted a membership, get in there. Okay. Mix it up with a bunch of Patriots. I see people already. Oh, we got somebody new there. Sammy's here. Thank you, Sammy. Welcome to the club. Welcome to the Canoe Club. Let's go here. I love seeing what the enemy thinks. No peace until the United States moves out of Persian Gulf. Senior Iranian official. This is from Russia Today. Good newspaper. Let's go here. We've talked about Tucker. Iran. Oh, here we go. Iran is pushing conspiracies that Netanyahu's passed away. Apparently, that's his body. Right. Okay. Leaked footage reported by U.S. and Iranian media. Now, here's the key to X. If you really want to find out who these people are, you go to their account and then you just click who they are, and it tells you this account is based in Turkey. So what I do is after I find out they're based in Turkey, I block them. There we go. So you're blocked. That way I don't get any more of their garbage news. And that's the way to filter yourself out. Here we go. Russia Today is now here. Let me make sure I show you how the article comes out. Russia Today is now worried about Tucker Carlson's safety. They're worried about Tucker's safety. Russia Today, right? The life and freedom of the U.S. journalist Tucker might be in danger. CIA whistleblower and the host of the Russia Today program, Deep State, John Kiriakou, is worried about Tucker's safety. I'm not. Don Lemon says that CNN shouldn't try to be more centrist because we don't want that, right? We don't want CNN to start putting out facts. I wonder why old Don Lemon has never been to Iran or the Middle East to report. Him or Anderson Pooper have never been over there. Conservative reporter, School's former advisor, CNN panelist SAVE Act with its own data. Now, I'm all in for this. Let's go here.
This is legislation that is extremely popular. It's an 80-20 issue for Republicans, Democrats, Independents, and it's common sense election integrity.
Actually, it's not an 80-20 issue. When you actually describe the SAVE Act, which requires people to have passports or their birth certificates, 60% of people are opposed to it.
As for this not being an 80-20 issue, that's incorrect. A 2024 Gallup poll, 84% of adults favor photo ID, 83% favor documentary proof of citizenship to register. That's 66% of Democrats, 84% of independents, 96% of GOP. A 2025 August poll, 83% of adults favor voter ID. Also, you talked about
voter ID. That's my point.
It is voter ID and documentary proof of citizenship, which Gallup poll literally scored. Second of all, you mentioned birth records. There is a thing called Vital Check, which 45 states have. The other 5 states require you to go through their own state databases. And it takes about 10 minutes. You could request your birth certificate. They mail it to you. The next question becomes, well, that's a poll tax. I think Republicans should come up with a compromise and say, we will give you a tax rebate if you pay for that.
I'd be okay for that. Tax rebate if you pay for new ID. Historical review. Ben, the Cold War can be considered a world war, therefore World War III. Bullshit. I caught myself. Historical review, you're wrong. The Cold War was not a world war and was not World War III. In order for anything to be considered a war, Congress has to declare it. Congress has to declare war. A historical review, nice try, but you're wrong. Prior 8T2000 heading out to Sunday services. Be safe, everyone. Thank you so much. Prior, I'm going to drop a link in the Discord to a new stock that I'm looking into. I know you're a stock expert. I want to get some advice from you before I pull the trigger on buying some of this. I'm going to run that by you. Prior is a wealth of knowledge. He's got his own sort of thread in the Discord for investing, and I'm gonna share that with you and some people in the chat that I got a little bit of an inside tip on. A little bit of an inside tip on some stock that I was informed. Let's go here. Bring back the House Un-American Activities Committee, HUAC. Ooh, we need to look into that. Insider trading, Benny? I don't have any ties to Congress. So, Daniel Overwatch, join in the Discord and I'll give you the stock tip that I received. Absolutely. Silver mine. The silver stuff has worked out pretty well for me. Silver, when I started investing, it was about $22 an ounce. So, jealousy much? Jealousy much. I'm okay with that too. Trump, let's see here. All right. We've got a couple more things that I want to get to. Oh, this will trigger the trolls. This guy always triggers the chat. And I'm going to grab a cup of coffee while he's triggering you. Consider getting the same coffee that I drink. One of my mods will probably put it in there.
You a question. We'll get down into this. From your perspective, which is very, very significant as a great historian. Number one, has the president done the right thing? Number two, how's it going? Number three, why work with our ally, Israel?
Yeah, I think every president, all 7 presidents before him had said that Iran could not get nuclear. And when they left office, it was closer and stronger than when they entered. Nobody wanted to, everybody said that the mouse was going to be eaten by the cat, but nobody wanted to bell the cat and warn anybody. It was only Donald Trump who did this. It was quite a courageous move because he's got midterms coming up. The economy was starting to get back from the Biden problems, and he's gambled a lot politically. But I think it's worth it. As far as the progress of the war, I'd like to preface that, Mark. We don't have reporters inside Iran, and the ones that we do have from CNN are there under express conditions that they can only report things that favor the regime. And most of the media, as you pointed out, is negative. It's left center. So we're not getting an accurate picture. So the only nexus that we have that we can compare things are prior wars. The first Gulf War is a good example. It was 42 days long, and it was mostly an air campaign. The ground campaign was only 4 days. It was much easier to take out Saddam Hussein. It was a much smaller country in area and population than Iran. And he didn't, we lost a lot more. We lost about 300 for accidents and actual battle losses in that war, even though there was only 4 days on the ground. So we haven't fought that long. We haven't lost nearly that many. And we basically demilitarized a country that was much more formidable than Iraq. And I think Donald Trump, who campaigned on a reluctance to have forever wars, is not going to, as the left says, get bogged down in a ground attack in Iran. And so the question now, though, is what's the end game? And very quickly, I think there's 3 alternatives. And they're all better, by the way, than what was there before. The first is that he does so much damage to the regime and its military infrastructure that the people at some point get energized and want a constitutional system, and they remove the regime with or without American help, further help. And then the second is the Venezuela situation, where some defector or some strong person from the military comes up and says,
The Venezuela part is pretty amazing. Now that Maduro is talking to Tulsi Gabbard about election interference, possible election interference. Victor Davis Hanson, historian, I believe that he goes into exactly what we all have never witnessed before. Trump is fighting to win. He is not fighting to drag it on. I believe for too long, our leaders, Obama, Biden, Bush, Clinton, they all wanted to just drag out these operations for 20 to 30 to 40 to 50 years because it's a money laundering machine. When's the last time you heard anything about Ukraine? Right? When's the last time you heard anything about that? I just don't understand how no one is recognizing this method. And VDH, he came very close to not being with us. He had to have part of his lung removed. So I'm really glad to see him back. because the guy is a scholar, a historical scholar. And his content online, his information that he provides is phenomenal. You might not like him. It's probably because it makes you uncomfortable, is my guess. Let's see here. Iran's threatening retaliation after Trump administration bombed a major oil hub. Well, we know that they're going to weaponize the people that they've got here in the country. I believe that without a doubt. Valhalla fever. I don't know what that means. 8 months ago, and who cares about Ukraine? I can't say I really care about Ukraine either, other than I want hundreds of billions of dollars of cash back that we gave them, because we gave them a lot of money. Oh boy, this is going to piss off Gavin Newsom. U.S. Energy Secretary directs oil company to restore operations off of California. You want to drop oil prices? Boom. U.S. Energy Secretary directed Texas-based oil company Friday to restore operations that were damaged in 2015 oil spill, invoking the Defense Production Act. Restoring Sable or offshore core, I can't even say that name, off of Santa Barbara aims to address the supply disruption. You remember the Democrats shut down the pipeline, the Keystone? Yeah, they did, didn't they? Interesting take on that. That's that you want to drop oil prices quickly? I'm okay with all of that. Let's see here. Let's do this. I want to let's go here. And all right, let's see what we got. Trump claims country. Okay. You know what? I'm always happy to hear what the enemy has to say. This is interesting. This is very interesting to see how, I don't know if anybody's divided or not. I don't know. I don't think I'm divided. I've got the president's back.
With just months until the midterms, White House insiders reportedly split on messaging when it comes to the strikes against Iran. One report reading, quote, political advisors, including Chief of Staff Susie Wiles and her deputy James Blair, are focusing on the political fallout from higher gas prices and urging President Trump to define victory narrowly and signal the operation is limited and nearly finished. This comes as recent Fox polls reveal most voters agree that Iran poses a real security risk, but they're split 50-50 when it comes to the strikes. So what does that mean for the midterms in November? Two-way editor-in-chief Mark Halperin joins us now. Mark, so great to have you on. Perfect guest for this. So you see that split. You see that a majority of Americans, 61%, say, yeah, they are a threat, but 50% say military strikes are the way to handle it. The others say not. How do you see this shaking out in terms of the midterms?
Well, Rachel, good morning. The paradox is midterms are both right around the corner and a million years away.
Yeah.
And I think everybody's going to keep talking about them. But the president knows that he did this not for the politics of it, but that the politics could work out just fine.
I love this comment. I love this comment. You're out of touch. The fact that Tina Peters is still in jail tells me everything I need to know. The president can't do anything about that. She was charged at the state level. But I will say this, by her being in jail, that means there was some funny business in that election. I agree with you, Chris, but the president can't do anything about that. That's a state thing. But yeah, there very well could be some funny business that's exposed that Colorado doesn't want. That's a state level case.
Economic numbers continue to be mixed, and I think that's the real key. I think people will follow the war as it pertains to midterms for the voters, less about whether the cause was just or whether Iran had access to nuclear material. It's whether the economy will turn around. And if the war goes well, if this concludes in the next 4 weeks or so, and if it leads to an improved American economy, I think voters will say great, and I think Republicans will be at least slightly rewarded. If, however, it ends militarily, it doesn't help the American economy. I think Democrats who are currently on track to do quite well will do quite well.
Yeah, so you see this supposedly, right? This is the Daily Mail and Reuters reporting that Susie Wiles.
The Daily Mail and Reporters. Okay. Reuters. The Daily Mail and Reuters is who is reporting that there's a divide in support for Trump. Right. Okay. So we've got to follow them. That's like Alex Jones saying that World War VI started during this show. Can or should Congress subpoena the Tina Peters to testify in Washington, D.C.? I believe they should. I don't know if they can. I'm assuming they can. Why not? Somebody, MWP, does any know where Maduro is and if he's talking? There is information coming out right now that Maduro is turning state's evidence with Tulsi Gabbard to talk about what's happening or what did happen. Former Venezuelan president, here we go. I'll just show you this real quick because this is pretty important. Former Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro is reportedly sitting down with Tulsi Gabbard to demonstrate how Venezuelan voting machines and software have been tampering with American elections. I can't confirm this, but I don't doubt this. Maduro is only the tip of the iceberg and a pawn on President Trump's chessboard. Lots of election funny business is going to bed. The people doing this are going to bed very nervous. I completely agree with all of this. And I hope that that's what happened. I mean, he's in captivity. He's being held. Why wouldn't the Trump administration, and thank you for the super chat there, MWP. Ben, and this is for the vets, Random Yank's girlfriend. It's his birthday today. Keep up the good work. Random Yank, happy birthday. Boom shakalaka to you. Let me give you a boom shakalaka.
Amen. Hallelujah. And boom shakalaka.
Oh, I love, there's a lot of people that still come out with the, we hate Pam Bondi. We hate the Pam Bondi stuff. I love it. It's so perfectly timed. Gosh, is it amazing? So many people will hang on to that. It's typically because Pam looks like your ex-girlfriend, is my guess, or ex-wife or something along those lines. It's so funny because we're understanding now that the 231 judges that were put in place by the Biden administration, by the Trump administration, or not by the Trump administration, by the Obama administration. There you go. What is this? Okay, that's disgusting. We've got fires in Nebraska. Is this true? Uncontained fires in Nebraska? Is that true? I didn't know about this. Let's go. Do we have anybody that lives in Nebraska that is affected by this? Is that true? Nebraska State Patrol is filming this. Clearing space for the Olympics. The Olympics is not in Nebraska. Been a red flag for days now. No division. Oh, I didn't know this. I had no idea about this. Nobody's talking about this. Nobody is talking about this. Yeah, I lived there where it started, Brady, Nebraska. How did the fire start? Probably by a storm, some lightning. It's very dry. Okay, I mean but you could go. Q started the storms. Q started the fires. Q, it's all Q. This is insane. That's pretty scary right there. I've got some friends that live up in Eastern Washington, and they They're always affected by that stuff, by the fires. Uh-oh. Another one there. Let's go here. We cannot play that with all that music. Prices today are far below they were under Biden. I agree with that. Oh, here we go. This is nice. How many of you are going to be traveling soon? Brought to you by Democrats. TSA line at Fort Lauderdale Airport. Going on spring break. Look at the line there by them shutting down the TSA. Shutting down DHS, sorry, TSA. Let's do this. I want to take some calls this morning. We'll see what we got. See who wants to call in and, be respectful, be courteous, turn down the audio in the chat. And that's about the only real requirement is just turn down the audio. Oregon always has fires, but now flood watch. Wow. Okay. Let's go here. Lines are open 615-475-7864. Love to talk to you. Be courteous. Let me know where you're calling from. Let's go right here. Line 2. What do you got, line 2?
Ed from Missouri.
What's up, Ed? Good morning.
I think it's going to be really bad yet. People are not realizing how serious these cells are. There's more than just Iran in the United States. I feel that if they don't get back to the safety group or country security, get it back in line, there's going to be something severe happen. I think eventually, unfortunately, and I pray not, but I think there will be a worse than 9/11. I believe that will come.
Ed, I hope you're wrong. You take care, brother. Here we go. Line 2. What do you got, line 2?
Top of the morning, Uncle Ben.
Good morning.
Bremerton Banger guy here.
Great.
How you doing?
Great. What would you like to say?
Hey, I would like to say that back in 2020, during the election, Biden told a voter who wanted to help, we got it covered. We'll need your help after the election to help us implement our policies. He knew it was rigged. He didn't tell the voter to, hey, hand out DNC propaganda, hand out or knock on doors or be a poll volunteer or anything. He said, we have it covered. And one of his little rallies he had with like 6 people there and all honking their horns, 6 feet apart, wearing masks. But that's what he said. We have it covered. Anyways, that's all I have to say about that one. But
Well, thank you for calling. I appreciate your time. Thank you very much. Biden said we've got it covered. I think I remember that. I wasn't watching a whole lot of Biden rallies. I didn't want to watch 9 people poop their pants and slobber all over themselves, but I believe that Biden probably said that. I'm sure he probably did. Let's go right here. We got Bobby, Tennessee. What you got, Bobby?
I got a little stock tip for you.
Sure.
If Maduro is going to spill the beans, why don't you invest in bleach bits, because it's going to be flying off the shelves.
I believe a lot of people are probably already doing that this morning when they saw Tucker Carlson saying that his text messages were being read. I am assuming Candace Owens, Megyn Kelly, I would assume quite a few of them are already starting to do that. Look at this. Yeah. BuzzFeed going out of business. Benny Johnson's old company says can't stay in business after dismal earnings report. Well, all the damn, what do you call it? Plagiarism. They probably couldn't, could they?
Yeah.
You take care, brother. I appreciate you calling.
Okay, buddy.
Carrie in Ohio. What do you got, Carrie?
Good morning, Ben. Good morning, chat. I got a couple things. I'll try and be as quick as I can.
What do you got?
We have U.S. military taking care of what was happening in places where in other countries the citizens were protesting against the government. Iran, Cuba, and we stepped in to help them. But in the United States, we have all these paid by the communist protesters protesting against our government, and nobody's doing anything about it. What are your feelings on that?
You know, it's interesting to see people in the United States actively protesting in support of the Iranian regime. It's a weird move. It really is a weird move. Thank you for calling, Kerry. I really appreciate you, man. Yeah, go right ahead.
If you can.
Sure.
You know, you were talking about the oil here in Ohio where I'm at. The oil industry is busted wide open. I've got friends that are making anywhere between $10,000 to $13,000 a month out on the line.
Good
and
for
they
them.
need help, and nobody's coming in to help.
Good for
they
them.
They need the laborers. They need the union. Nobody's coming in to help.
There's jobs there if people want it. Thank you, Kerry. Line one. What you got, line one? Turn the audio down in the background, please.
It's down.
Okay, thank you. Where are you calling from? What's your
No
name?
problem. Michigan.
Michigan. What would you like to say this morning?
I just wanted to ask why they don't, with the TSA, why they don't do just like the Postal Service does, do half and half, partial privatize.
What do you mean?
Like partially privatize it, 50-50, half government, half private ownership.
I don't understand what you mean. Fill me in a little more than.
Okay, so why they don't, instead of it just being fully operated and operational, the TSA, under the government, why they don't do just half, like half private ownership. This way they could keep it open.
Okay, I got you. I believe the reason they don't is then you would have to trust a private company to vet the employees. You would entrust a private company to regulate their security clearances. And I don't believe I would trust a private company with that. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. That's
So
where I would think.
You don't believe people could do that? You don't believe that that somebody would be honest enough to be able to do that?
Let me ask you this. A private company, are they more concerned about profit or, security?
I guess it would depend on the individual.
You think an individual company is not worried about profit?
Oh, of course, profit. But I don't know. I guess you're right. I guess it is more profit.
It's profit driven. So, and here's the other thing, a private company, do you think they're going to speed up the hiring process and overlook things?
But that's why, wouldn't it be 50-50? Because then the government would also have a say in that.
It could work.
Oversight?
I don't know. It could work. I don't know. I'll tell you this. Have you been to the airport and seen some of the TSA agents that the government has hired?
Yeah.
So you think a private company, you think a private company is going to hire people better or worse? Because some of the people I've seen, I'm like, man, there's no way this person could wrestle anything other than like a cinnamon roll,
Well, I'll put it to you this way. My son came through the TSA and he had a pocket knife. So there you go.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you for calling. Let's talk a little bit about personal security right here. I want to show you this. This is a guy by the name of Ethan Levins. He's a United States-based TikToker. So obviously higher level of learning here. And he is giving Iran coordinates. He has given them information about United States Patriot defense systems. And I want to know in the chat, I'm going to play the clip, and then I want to know if you believe that this is treason. Because when you start putting American men and women, let's just do this. Is this treason? Let me tell you, let me know what you think on this one, because this guy, I think he just put some men and women in danger.
Urgent message to the Iranian government right here. I need missiles here tonight. Israel's Channel 12 did a report on the new Patriot battery system. It's right here at the Palashamin Air Force Base. It's actually right here. You can zoom out a little bit, Iran, if you want to see that. Yet again, it's this exact area. I'm going to zoom out for you. This is where the Patriot battery system is. This is the guy that reported it. He's Channel 13. Actually, you can see it right here about the Aero battery air defense. He's posting with it. That is going to be right here. It's right there in the middle. Yet again, here's another photo he posted confirming, look how the sides are like a wall. It opens up just like right here. It's brand new, by the way, Iran. So if you want to fire off a few missiles that way, there's only 6 interceptors in this direction. So you're going to need about 8. You're going to need a bigger barrage than normal. So what I'm assuming, guys, is we fire at Tel Aviv, divert it south, and maybe you can even get some interceptions over here just to waste some more. Make sure to like the video, repost, share with all your Iranian friends. Let's see if we can possibly get this out to the Iran urgent.
Can you believe this? Corey Wilson wanted to know where BB is. He's at your mama's house. That's where he's at. He's at your mom's house. There you go. Is this treason? He says share it so that our Iranian friends, listen to that part again. Listen.
Over here just to waste some more. Make sure to like the video, repost, share with all your Iranian friends. Let's see if we can possibly get this out to the
Iranian friends. Ethan Levins. Let's find this guy on X. Ethan Levins 32. At Ethan Levins 32. Let's see what this clown is doing here. Whoa, did he delete? Oh, I think I spelled their name wrong. I think I spelled the name. Wait, what? Did he really delete his Ethan Levins? Oh, Ethan Levins 2. Okay, Ethan Levins 2. Okay. At Ethan Levins 2. I believe he should get a visit from, oh gosh. He's an independent journalist, American Christian, truth seeker. Thank you, everyone, for the kind messages. God bless. My video was taken from Israeli Hebrew Channel 12. Okay, well, they're not right either. But he's sharing information about this? X suspended my social media commentator, Ethan. Good. Oh, Ryan Matta. Here we go. American Hater, part 3. Wow. I've had Ryan on my show, and for some reason he thinks that account suspended. Good. I'm okay with all of that. Let's take some calls here again. I'd love to get your opinion on what's going on and what you think about this. I don't know if that's treason. It damn sure seems like it's close, doesn't it? 615-785-7864. Chris, Arkansas. What do you got, Chris?
Hey, that dude that posted that about them missile systems, yes, him and whomever else is posted it should be charged with treason.
But
100%.
let me ask you this, though. Let me ask you this. Now, I'm just going to play devil's advocate. I'm going to be Johnny Ballgame, contrarian. It was online. It's public information. What point does free speech cross the line? What do you think?
If the reports are true, which I'm praying that it's a ploy to try to do something, but if the reports are true, whomever leaked it should 100% be charged with treason. And if you're putting our men and women in danger, you should be locked up for the rest of your life. And that's just my opinion. And the second thing I want to mention, the bus driver that got fired, that dude right there should sue that school district for everything they're worth. And the federal government should withhold all federal funding due to civil rights violation.
Oh boy. I really never thought. Here's my question or comment on this. Democrats or certain people can wear shirts that says kill Charlie Kirk and all this other stuff, right? They can wear shirts with Hugo Chavez Che Guevara, Hugo Chavez, Ayatollah Khomeini. They can wear all of this stuff. But the minute that a conservative Christian white guy puts on a red hat that says make America great again, none of those words are racist, he loses his job. That seems like a damn double standard to me, man.
100%. And a civil rights violation.
Civil rights. I don't know if it violates civil rights. Well, I don't know. I'm not a civil rights lawyer, but that's very, it could be, Chris. Thank you for calling, brother. God bless you, Chris. Lines are open 615-475-7864. Somebody in Portland was burning an American flag. I don't care. I hate that, but I can't do anything about it. Line 2, what do you got?
Hey, absolutely, it's treason, and I believe also people who are rallying in verbal support or of our enemy, giving aid and comfort to the enemy, by definition in the law, is treason, and I believe they ought to be tried and properly punished. That's what I think.
See, I think somebody said that nobody would see it. The guy's got 1 million+ followers on TikTok, so people are going to see it. Thank you for calling. I appreciate that. Let's go line 4. What do you got, line 4?
Hey, Ben, Tate Welder, calling from upstate New York.
Good morning.
We were talking about earlier with the media. I've been saying for years, if they go out and they knowingly lie, especially the big three, they should go to 10 years no parole if they knowingly do it. And also, this morning I got up and seen that Trump was talking to NBC. And he's talking about how he hit Card Island. He's like, we decimated it, but maybe we'll hit it again just for fun. That made my day.
It's weird seeing, I mean, in the culture that we have lived in where everyone gets a trophy, isn't it amazing now that we have a commander-in-chief, we have a secretary of war that wants to win?
I love it. It just like reinvigorates American patriotism. And it just shows the guy's authentic. He's a ball buster. Yeah, maybe we'll blow it up again just for fun. You know what I mean? I love it. But.
I think it's definitely been a double standard, the way that we have fought battles. We haven't fought to win. We have fought to drag on forever wars. And it's just like it's just like in the chat. As soon as a troll comes in the chat and says something to me, I'm supposed to sit back and take it. And whenever I reply, then I'm the bad guy, right? Trump's the bad guy because it's like this Corey guy trolling. And he said, "Where's BB?" I said, "He's at your mom's house." And then Corey goes immediately victim role. His mom died. My reply is, well, I'm sure that, she's very proud of you trolling. So it's such a double standard. And Corey, you're welcome to call in and voice your opinion. I don't care where BB is. But at the same time, I'm a normal dude. If you push me, I'm going to push back, and I'm going to push back harder. That's the way we play on this channel. Take care, brother. I appreciate you. So Corey, man up. If you want to talk, feel free. If not, I'll just nuke you. I don't care. I've got the enriched uranium button right here. Right. Lines are open. 615-475-7864. Let's see here. I don't know about that. I don't know, but there you go. Fight the fight. Yeah, feel free. Let's go. The scoreboard's full. What do you got? Line 7. What do you got? Line 7.
Hi, Ben. This is Elaine from California. Yeah, that guy committed treason, but he'll probably get away with it, just like Obama did and Biden.
The difference is Biden and Obama have security clearances. That's the big one. And this guy is just somebody on TikTok or X or whatever, right? And that's the difference. It's the same thing with Tucker Carlson saying he's being investigated by the CIA. What I think is amazing is that Tucker Carlson thought he would go in and out of the White House and his text messages wouldn't be investigated. Thank you for calling. Let's go Florida Trucker. What you got?
Good morning, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, chat. So, does anybody remember when Mayorkas stood up there in front of Congress and said the border was secure? And as he was saying that, they were putting pictures of hundreds of people pushing through, and our Texas National Guard holding the gate, holding the fence up for them while they run through the fence. Is anybody ready to put Mayorkas up there and fry him now?
I'm gonna say, and a lot of people will hate me for saying this, Greg Abbott was complicit in all of this.
I agree.
Greg Abbott was complicit.
Does anybody watch Pluto? Did you see the Jesse Jackson Jr. commercial on Pluto for Congress?
True. Thank you for calling.
Why are we not putting up, commercials for our Democrats, for the Republicans? Also, there is a petition that you can sign that they're trying to push through to force all the news stations, CNN and everybody, to be able to only report factual information.
Well, CNN will be bankrupt in 20 minutes. Thank you for calling, brother.
Yeah. Right.
God bless you. Stay safe.
Yeah.
Florida trucker. CNN would be bankrupt if they had to be fact checked. Right? Here, let me pull up that clip he's talking about. We got line 1. We're back at the top of the caller board. What do you got, paratrooper?
Good morning, brother. Hey, you know what? We need to go back to the old double tap. I think they should rebomb every location they've already hit. And you and I talked the other day, and there'll be boots on the ground. It's not boots we're going to know about there because it's going to be special ops. And I think I made a comment about it the other day, and you picked it up. But yeah, it's treason. Whether or not the information is correct or not, it's treason because of the way he reported it.
You know, you very well could be right. You very well could be. What they would have to do is they would have to verify the information, which in one sense would just confirm what he said, which could be more detrimental than just letting the moron yell in the woods. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And the question is it misinformation? Is it a psyop? You know, who knows?
True.
Who knows? There's crazier things going on.
True. Appreciate
Love
you
you,
calling.
brother.
God bless you. Let me see if I can find this. I believe Trump gave an interview to, let's go. Trump, the lines are open. Trump interview, NBC. I don't know what NBC stands for, but I'm sure it's never before dumb. I don't know what it stands for. Let's see here. Trump interview NBC. Oh, damn, I can't spell. Trump interview NBC. Is he really doing that? I don't like the idea of him doing that, but you know, let's go. Trump interview NBC. Go 12 hours ago. Sky News, blah, blah, blah. NBC News a month ago. Okay, I can't find information that that's happening. President grants new interview for the NBC. We're not sure the leader is even alive. Video cannot be played. Okay, so that's interesting. That they're not even allowing the playing of that video. Meet the press, meet the depressed, I believe is what it really stands for. See if we can find out from Meet the Depressed, March 13th. Well, that's interesting. Oh, here we go. Iran leak. Oh, we've got the conspiracy there. We've got that about them pushing those lies. But we know that's going to happen. More lies. I'm not an agent of foreign power. The case is ludicrous. Let me see if I can find that Tucker interview. Didn't he also interview Putin? I think he interviewed Putin as well, didn't he? Tucker, we're at war with. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay. Oh, okay. So this one's going way back. Let's see here. I want to see this. This is interesting with Tucker. Let's go here. Lines are still open. Feel free to give a call and we'll interrupt the clip and get your take on this.
The United States committed troops to this conflict because the prime minister of Israel, not Israel as a nation, but the guy who runs it, Benjamin Netanyahu, BB, demanded it. 7 trips to the White House over the last year. And the point of those trips never varied. The United States needs to commit to regime change in Iran. We need the U.S. military to overthrow the government of Iran. And Bibi himself has basically said that it wasn't that we thought Iran was going to get nukes this week, and that's why we did this. Nobody's even saying that now. They will be in the future when our memories get a little dimmer and they can manipulate us more. But right now they're admitting, no, actually they were not on the verge of getting nukes. Bibi himself said, you can pull up the video, I've been dreaming about this for 40 years. We've finally done it. So this is the...
Grab this call. Line 2. What do you got, line 2?
Yes, Ben. This is Robert. On boots on the ground, if people were paying attention, there will not be boots on the ground. That is not the plan. Trump spelled out the plan. He's going after the targets he stated as far as the Navy, their missiles, and their nuclear facilities. And the contingency for boots on the ground is going to be the Iranian people. There was a revolution started back in December, and the Crown Prince has already been coordinating with the resistance movement and the people of Iran.
Let's stop you real quick. Hold on. Hold on. Where or why or who said, or how do you know there will be no boots on the ground? How do you know that?
Okay.
Give me the short version. Give me the short version. How do you know that?
Okay. Iranian International and has been posting it, but it's in.
Wait a second. Wait. You're saying because Iranian International says no boots on the ground, that you believe no boots on the ground?
No. The president said there'd be no boots on the ground, and the Iranian people aren't asking for boots on the ground.
So let me ask you this.
Crown Prince.
Hold on. You're going way further than. So why would Trump put Marines on LHAs? Why would he have thousands of Marines in the Middle East right now then?
To retake the embassy, and once the regime falls,
So does that classify as boots on the ground?
Technically not, because you're talking. Well, okay. Okay.
You need to grab another cup of coffee, brother. If there are boots on the ground taking the embassy, that is boots on the ground, right?
Okay.
I mean, is it or not? Is that boots on the ground?
If there is no regime and they're flying into the U.S. embassy, which is U.S. sovereign territory, technically that's not boots on the ground.
I don't think we have an embassy in Iran.
Yes, we do. We have the embassy was taken over. It was not destroyed, or it has not been destroyed yet. It's still sitting there. But the IRGC was using it, and supposedly back in December, when the revolution started up again,
we don't have an embassy in Iran.
In Tehran? Yeah, we did. It was taken over in 1979 by the IRGC.
Oh, so you think we're going to go back and take the one that was taken in 79?
Yes. That's where it's technically not boots on the ground, because it's on sovereign U.S. territory.
You think it's still sovereign territory 47 years later?
Still is.
Oh, come on.
It's still.
No, I'm not buying that, dude. I'm not buying that. No, come on. You cannot connect those dots and expect me to. I'm going to push back and say you're full of crap. I'm going to say you're full of crap. No way that you consider 47 years later still sovereign territory. Come on, man. And then you say by sending Marines in to retake it 47 years later, it's not boots on the ground. Come on, man. Have you got a marijuana card? Come on, dude. Let's go line 2. What do you got?
Oh, Ben?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's Dave in Virginia.
What's up, Dave?
Well, I really think they're going to use the Marines to secure that island so they can get the oil flowing again, because they still got IRGC members on that island.
I believe they do. Yeah. And I think it's amazing, and I've always asked this question, and nobody really gives me an answer. I think it's amazing that there are people that don't want boots on the ground in Iran, but they are okay with us having hundreds of thousands of men and women, active duty military and support staff in England, Germany, Italy, Spain, South Korea, Australia, Japan, every other country that ends with "we hate you, Stan." Why are they okay with that?
there's the only way you're going to fish them people out from underneath the ground. You got to have troops on the ground.
Because here's the question, or here's another aspect of this. There are so many people that don't trust Israel, but they're okay with Israel boots on the ground and us trusting them and not us. Thank you for calling, Dave. Let's go line 2. What do you got? Line 2.
Hey, Ben. This is Johnny from Texas.
What's up, Johnny?
I heard you talking about boots on the ground.
Sure.
Originally, we sent bombers halfway across the world, and they thought they were going to cripple this enrichment problem. But now they're saying it's pretty far deep in there. So my guess is if they need boots on the ground, it'd probably be like a small operation, maybe a special forces to secure that that strategic nuclear stuff.
Well, I don't know if you saw the clip I played this morning at the very beginning of the show where the leader, the foreign minister, admits on MSDNC that they have 440 kilograms of uranium, which would equate to 11 nuclear missiles. I don't believe a lot of people in the chat would not want Israel to have those 440 kilograms of uranium. I don't know if I trust the Israeli government with that. I don't trust anyone outside of our own government, and I still don't trust all of them. Who would you rather have that 440 kilos of uranium? Donald Trump's administration or fill in the blank, anyone else?
That's a scary proposition that it could be easily acquired by another country that would use it in a wrong way.
Well, here's the other thing. Do you think Iran? I don't think Iran is dumb. And I think right now, if this foreign minister knows or just sees what's happening, do you think they're trying to get this 440 kilos of uranium out? How marketable would that be to, I don't know, Russia, North Korea, Syria, Yemen?
It could be marketable. Yeah, but to what would be the means to, what would be the point? Would it buy them time?
Wait,
I don't
what?
understand.
Wait, Johnny.
If they sold it.
Johnny, you ever been on a ship?
Not a big one.
Okay. When a ship starts sinking, do you know the first thing that jumps off? The rats. The first thing that jumps off is the rats. They don't try to stay and prepare anything. And Iran is a sinking ship. And if they think they could cash in with 440 kilograms of uranium to another American enemy, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. I'm going to play this. Why, Johnny? You're smarter than this, man. Come on, don't play this. Don't play this.
I don't
game.
disagree with that. I don't know where the disagreement is.
No. What I'm saying is, do you not think that right now Iran is either trying to sell that uranium, get it out of the country, or at least why wouldn't they give it to Afghanistan?
Well, I think it's a complicated conflict. It's almost like a three-pronged thing here. We've got a religious problem, we've got an oil problem, and we got a nuclear problem.
Which one's the most dangerous?
Well, no one wants them to have a nuclear bomb. There's 90 million people live there. I think life is probably the most important thing here.
So you think the uranium is more dangerous? Yeah, I agree. Johnny, I'm going to grab this other call.
Got it.
God bless you, Johnny. Let's go here. Line 2. What do you got?
Hey, Ben, this is Corey from Florida.
Corey, good morning, sir. What you got?
Hey, what if Iran is making that missile? And they just
Is there anything to lead you to believe that they're not?
Exactly. And I don't think people realize if they launch a missile towards Israel, they're going to send 50 back. And that's going to affect everything, global economy, food, environment, everything.
I can't disagree with you. I cannot believe that this foreign minister of Iran went on MSDNC, admitted they have 440 kilograms. That's 900 pounds.
Yeah.
Maybe that's 1,000 pounds. I don't know. I'm not British. But he admitted it. He admitted it. It was at 60% enrichment that it would make 11 nuclear missiles. He does another he does another interview with CBS doesn't speak English. He speaks Durka Durka. And I'm like, come on, dude. Like,
yeah.
And I'm going to play this clip so that everybody gets caught up. But 440 kilograms of uranium could be very detrimental to a lot of people's health. Thank you for calling, brother. God bless you.
All right, buddy. Thanks.
I'm going to play this clip here. I can't believe he admitted it. Like, wait, what? Trump was right for the 447th time.
Enriched material, and that was not a.
Here, let me turn this up for the people in the back of the room. Let's turn this up. Okay, here we go. I'm going to back it up just a little bit so I'm not accused of you didn't provide context.
I do understand why they are saying those things. They want to justify an unjustifiable act of aggression. So they are trying to make some excuses for themselves. I never said that we are going to make bombs. I said that we have 440 kilos of 60% enriched material, and that was not a secret. That is what is mentioned in the reports of the IAEA. So I said that, look, this is mentioned in the report. This, if enriched more, can be good enough for 10 bombs, as your own experts claims. So we are ready to give them up.
They have enough to make 10 bombs. Wow, look, his English got better. Yeah, because he's on a friendly network, MSDNC. Oh, 968 pounds. I said 1,000. I was close. Sue me. He admits it. Now, the question is, and I'm going to put this poll, vote to a poll, which is treason. Tucker talking to the Iranian leader, giving Patriot missile to Iran. 65% of you say both. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Do you, this might upset some people. Do you trust the, let's get, I don't know if I do. Do you, if we only allow Israel to go in, do you trust the Israeli government with 1,000 pounds of uranium? I don't know if I trust anyone with 1,000 pounds of uranium outside of Trump, Hegseth, Rubio, those people. Because I remember under the Biden administration, Bibi Netanyahu was pretty friendly with Biden. He was pretty friendly with Obama. Fill in the blank. Let me know what you think there. About this. Sorry. I just got a message from somebody saying, okay. Yeah, that's a, I can't reply to this. Trust more than Iran. Ben, what movie did you end up watching last night? You want to know what I watched? Dirty Dozen. I watched The Dirty Dozen. Lines are open, 615-475-7864. I'm concerned BB isn't available. Who's in charge? Come on. Don't believe the Iranian propaganda. I wouldn't anyway. I mean, I wouldn't. But hey, you do you, boo. You do you. Can everyone in the chat just go ahead and say, I told you so? Can everyone in the chat just type, I told you so in the chat right now? For all of you, you're allowed to say, I told you so. Go for it. Twisted Ties. Israel confirms Michigan synagogue attacker's brother was Hezbollah bad guy. Go ahead. All of you are entitled to a big I told you so. I'm giving you all the...
How dare you?
How dare you be right about everything? How dare you be right about everything? You absolutely amazing chat. All of you said this a couple of days ago. Every one of you said this. Every one of you deserves a giant, fun-filled, radical, boom, mic drop like nobody's ever done the mic drop before.
Well, first of all, I want to tell you, Boom, we could do Boom Shakalaka. We love the Boom Shakalaka, you know. Nobody booms and shakalakas as much as I do. I do it better than anybody. I invented it, believe it or not. A lot of people don't realize it. They say, "Sir, what are you doing?" I said, "I'm doing a Boom Shakalaka." And they say, "Sir, we've never seen anybody do it quite like you're doing it, but we're doing it very well." And I can say that.
You all told me. Every one of you said this. Exhale. I know all of you are jumping up and down saying, I was right. We told Ben. We confirmed it. Ben has the best audience on YouTube. Ben has the best chat on YouTube. Every one of you. Boom. Big hand salute. You know what I'm doing right now? Hold on. I need to do this. I really do. I don't know how I do this, but I'm going to. You were all right. Every damn one of you. Let's see if this has got any audio on this story. Okay, there's no audio. This is the FBI raiding the home of the brother. Somebody said they're looking for Nancy Huckabee. Or is that her name? Not Huckabee. Guthrie. Sorry. I haven't been wall-to-wall coverage for the Nancy Guthrie stuff. I was a little distracted by a conflict. Absolutely amazing. You guys are on fire. The lines are open, 615-475. Every phone call, I just want you to start with I told you so. Let's go. Line 2, go right ahead. Go ahead and say it.
Ben, how's it going? It's Trucker John out there. I just wanted to say I love you, Ben. I love all the...
Say I told you so.
Can we have that song, Whoop, that is, hit me, whoop, that is, hit me.
This is sleeper cells. John the Trucker, would you consider this a sleeper cell activity?
Oh, yes, 1,000%, man. Like, we knew it. It's just like, the liberals like to put their underwear over their pants. That's what type of people they are. You know what I mean?
And they've still got skid marks over their pants.
Exactly, dude. Exactly.
John,
Ben, I love you, dude. Hey, you don't have the freedom hat on, but I'll pretend that you do have the freedom hat on. You hit the bird on it.
I left it on the dash of my truck. I went and got feed yesterday, and my old Ford, it has an 8-foot bed. So
Yeah.
I can haul a whole sheet of plywood. It's a big bed. So when they see me coming at the feed store, the kid loading feed's like, damn it, he's back. And I left it on the dash. I left it on the dash.
They never heard that country song. If it wasn't for 8-foot beds in high school, I would have never gotten laid.
I'm a firm believer. The amount of password rainbow people increased and the birth rate in America dropped when we got rid of bench seats and 8-foot beds.
I know. Ben, I love you, brother. You guys, USA, all day long, every day.
Take care. God bless you. You all nailed this. You said this from the second it happened that this was a sleeper cell. Every one of you said it. Start every phone call with I told you. Go ahead, say it. You're entitled. I told you so. Go for it. I know it. Line 2, go right ahead.
Ben.
Hit me with the I told you so.
No, I told you so.
I knew it. What do you got, brother? What do you got?
Hey, I live in Nebraska. I'm just right down the road from the fires around the Brady, Nebraska area.
What caused the fires?
From what I understand, it was farm equipment caused it.
Oh, that's common. That happens. Yeah.
Yeah, but western Nebraska's got huge fires by Lake McConaughey, Ogallala. Out there, there's like over 500,000 acres burned up over there. My girlfriend's mom lives at Jeffrey Lake, and the entire lake's been surrounded. Tons of cabins have already been lost. We've got everything out of the house that we could get out, but
you know, I'm going to tell you a little story
good.
right here. I got a little story. One of the worst fires that I was ever involved in, I was about 10 years old. A really good friend of mine, his name is Tony Ray. He's in federal prison at the moment. It'll all be clear when the story gets to the end. I was about 10 years old. My grandfather used to go and get a little homemade whiskey every now and then from this guy down the road named Tully Adkins, right? And he made the homemade whiskey with blueberries. And me and my buddy Tony Ray got into a little bit of that at about 10 or 11 years old. I was Huckleberry Finn. And we got into a little bit of the homemade blueberry whiskey. It was beautiful. And Tony Ray and I decided we were going to make a moonshine steel. And we got something put together. And we got some corn out of the chicken house, some cracked corn. We thought we were going to, let the corn go to mash. I know how to make it, and I don't want to give anything away. But we set a fire underneath the cooker to heat it up. We set the woods on fire. About 40 acres of planted pine trees didn't burn down, but it got out of hand. And I've never had a butt whipping like I've received like that. Farm equipment causes fires. Stupidity causes fires. I've been to some Volkswagen rallies, air-cooled old Volkswagens. The bottom of the engine where the headers, the exhaust, very low to the ground. I went to I used to have I've been a Volkswagen enthusiast for a long time. One of the Volkswagen rallies I went to in England, somebody parked in a grassy field and the heat of the exhaust caught the grass on fire. It caught like 9 Volkswagen classics on fire. So the farm equipment does happen. It does happen.
Out here, Jeffrey Lake, it's surrounded by tons of pine trees.
Mm-hmm.
And if anybody's ever watched a pine tree go up, it starts popping like popcorn.
Yep. And then the sap starts dripping.
Shoot, and sparks everywhere from it.
It does. It fragments and spreads. You're absolutely right.
Yep.
Hey, I appreciate you calling, brother. God bless you.
Yeah. God bless you. I've been listening to you for a long time. Love your program.
Hey, what part of Nebraska are you in? Are you near Omaha?
Nope. I'm right in the damn middle of the state.
Because I
live in a little town called Cozad, right off of Interstate 80.
There was a place in Omaha where I was riding my Harley out to Sturgis a few years ago, and I stopped in Omaha at this place that had it was what do you call them? Cow balls. What do they call those? Fries or something?
Mountain oysters.
Mountain oysters. Let me see. Mountain oysters. It was the best damn thing I had. Let me see the name of this restaurant. It was called,
I live on them.
It was called, what was the name of this place? And it was called Dinker's Bar and Grill was the name of the place.
Been there.
Dinker's Bar and Grill.
In there.
Well, thank you for calling, brother. I appreciate you. God bless you.
Yep. I got chicken gizzards tonight there, but God bless you.
I ate them. The more you chewed, the bigger they got. That was what they get. Trevor, thank you so much for the support. God bless you. Thank you so much. Lines are open, 615-475-7864. Tucker Carlson's in a world of poop, ladies and gentlemen. World of doo-doo. He is in a world of doo-doo right now when the CIA starts monitoring your text messages. And I'm going to say this, if you got nothing to hide, why would you be worried? Why would you be worried if you got nothing to hide? Oh, somebody hung up. Call back. Feel free. Maybe I hung up on you. I don't know. I'm a redneck, low tech. Tucker claims that CIA read his text with Irans, framing him as a foreign agent. Is he a foreign agent? I don't know. Let's go right here. Sorry if I hung up on you. Line 3. What do you got, line 3?
Yeah, I just found your show, man, and I've been listening to it, and I think you guys are spot on, man. I love it. Thanks.
Where are you calling from? What part of the country are you in?
I'm in Tampa, Florida right now.
Tampa, Florida. What do you think about what's the governor candidate down there? Fishback versus Byron Donalds. What do you think about that whole governor's race down there?
Well, I mean, I like DeSantis myself, so.
Well, he's term limited, so he can't run.
Yeah, I know. I have to check them out. This is the first time I ever heard their name, so I have to check them out.
So that
I can't comment honestly.
So James Fishback is a governor's candidate. He's running against Byron Donalds. Byron Donalds, a very based congressman, 100% MAGA. I like Byron Donalds. James Fishback, I believe he's a grifter. Chat, who do y'all want to see? Byron Donalds or Fishback? Type B for Byron or F for Fishback. I'd love to know. Thank you for calling, man. I really appreciate you. Call back anytime.
Well, I did want to say, man,
Go for it.
I'm Jewish, but I'm also, I've been born and raised here in America, and I love everything we're doing, man. Let's kick some butt, will we?
Let me ask you this: you're a Jewish American, right? Jewish American. I'm gonna go with that.
Well, via my father's side, actually.
Okay.
So.
What bothers me, and I think we're at the end of the run on. I've become numb to blaming everything on Israel. I can't blame everything on Israel. I've never blamed it on Israel, but I believe that is the easy method. Do you have any friends or family that are not Jewish that go down that road? What do you think there?
Well, I was raised Spanish. I didn't find out I was Jewish until the last 2 years so far. And I was like, wow, and it just changed my view on everything, but I got to tell you, man, I haven't gotten as much anti-Semitism as I have since I let people know. It was like, oh, these were my friends. These are people I grew up with. And now all of a sudden they hate me. What the heck's going on here?
They liked you before when they thought you were one of the Vatos, but now that now that you are Jewish, we got to hate you because you changed so much just by finding out your heritage, right?
Yeah, and I haven't changed a thing.
Isn't that odd? Isn't that odd, right?
And then all of a sudden I get these other people are saying, well, don't become a Zionist. I'm like, what the heck is that supposed to mean? I don't know what half of these terms mean that these people are saying.
It's really interesting to see when you look at this map I got up on Google Maps. Israel, pretty small, surrounded by Jordan, Lebanon, Cyprus. Well, Cyprus is an island, but it's really interesting to see Iraq, huge, Baghdad, Kuwait, Iran, Tehran. But everything is because of this little country the size of New Jersey, right?
Yeah, I'm like, and historically, because I've had to do a lot of studying over the last, 2 years or so, right? So I found out a lot. And I found out during the early days, they had a lot more land. And they just kept giving land to people just to leave them alone and let them live in peace. But nobody wants to do that.
My wife just dipped her head in and she said the reason that they hate Israel, she's so prophetic. Tell me if you agree with this. She poked her head in. She said the reason they hate Israel is because Jesus is a Jew.
Well, I believe that. I believe that's true. And believe it or not, I was raised Christian my whole life. But now I'm starting to get into the Old Testament because it's very history and I love history.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I'm like, wow, this is really something because everything that we see is coming to pass slowly but surely.
I thank you for calling. Hey, you call back anytime. Appreciate you finding the show, brother. God bless you.
Thank you. And my name is Frank, by the way.
Frank?
God bless.
Call back hey, in Spanish, it's Paco, but now that you're Jewish, we got to call you Frank, right?
Yes, sir.
Take care, Frank. Gracias, senor. We've got a Spanish Jewish person that has just called it. Now, let me ask you this. Is my wife right? Let's see here. They hate Israel because Jesus is a Jew. Let's go here. Yes or no? Was my wife right? You married a genius. Hey, they said I married a genius. She started laughing. If she was a genius, she wouldn't have married me. When she gets her sight back, she'll probably ditch me when the sight comes back. Lines are open, 615-475-7864. Give me a call. I believe she's right. I really do. Tucker Carlson, if you got nothing to hide on your text messages, brother, what are you doing? Lines are open. Love to talk to you. Give me a call. Let me know what you're thinking. Oh, gosh. Uh-oh. Let's go. Full-blown MAGA down in Hot Springs, Arkansas. You were probably at the racetrack last night. Did you win any money?
I don't go to the racetrack, Ben. I don't drink. I don't gamble.
Hey, who sang that song? I don't drink. I don't drink. I don't chance. What do you? I forget. I think that was ABBA. What you got? What you got?
I don't know. Anyhow, isn't it kind of ironic that Chuck Schumer, being Jewish, is against the Iran? Us attacking Iran.
Well, I think Chuck Schumer is the spokesperson for the PLO. I think that's what he is, or he has been for a long time. He's been the spokesperson. It was Adam Ant. There you go. Thank you.
I think he's drank the Kool-Aid.
I've never really understood why that Chuck Schumer has not ever, you bring up a great point, man. You bring up a great point. Great point.
You just thought, if you're Jewish, Ben, I will die for my Jewish friends.
God bless you. I'm going to grab this other one. Thank you for calling, brother. Full-blown MAGA down there in Hot Springs. What do you got? Line 2.
Good morning, Ben. This is Georgia from Arizona.
Georgia from Arizona.
I'm a little
What you got?
behind in your shows, and you were talking about Q the other day. And if you notice, President Trump, he puts up memes with Qs on his suit.
Oh, God.
Is he part of the PSYOP?
You believe in Q?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Thank you for calling. I won't even
right,
I won't even argue
day.
with it. I won't even argue with you.
All right.
Thank
Have
you
a
very
great
much.
day,
God
okay?
bless you.
Bye.
You think Trump needs to have some alternate social media account? Goody Two Shoes, Adam Ant. Thank you. Great song. I don't drink, I don't smoke. Now I got to go listen to that song. Now I got to go listen to the song. Man. The Q thing, don't even get me started. I just think it's, oh my God, it's no better than Candace Owens. I don't think it is anyway, but hey, you do you. Let's go here. What's this? Oh, look at old France saying they will not. We never expected this. France has officially rejected Trump's request, saying it will not send warships to the Strait of Hormuz. Okay, go to hell. Trevor, thank you so much for love the show. Member for 2 years, 25 months. God bless you. What the hell's Q? I don't know. I really don't know what Q is. Iranian regime's lines are open. Feel free to give me a call. Iranian regime's foreign minister claims the United States is using one-way attack drones to attack Gulf countries, shifting to Iran blame. I love how CENTCOM just comes out and says, you're lying. You're lying. I love how absolutely just forthright that they are. Let's go. You know what? We're about to, we begin. Cluster bomb exploding in Tel Aviv. Fox News. Let's go. Cocktail dresses for everyone.
The sirens sounding in Israel earlier this morning as Iran vows to ramp up its retaliatory strikes after one of their key oil sites were hit.
Chief Foreign Correspondent Trey Yingst joins us now from Tel Aviv with the latest. What's the latest there on the ground, Trey?
Yeah, hey guys, good morning. After the 8th round of incoming Iranian ballistic missiles since midnight, we do have some new video to show you of an impact this morning in central Israel. This video shows a cluster impact in Tel Aviv. You can see on the security camera provided by the Israeli police this explosion. No one was injured in this particular impact, but there are reports of injuries on the outskirts of Tel Aviv after an apartment was hit by one of these cluster munitions. Overnight, missile interceptors soared through the skies of central Israel, shooting down some of this incoming fire. It's been a difficult evening for the Israeli people who spent much of their time in bomb shelters amid these new incoming Iranian attacks. A deputy police spokesperson talking about what happened overnight.
As a result of the missile impact, it caused fire on several vehicles and damages to several buildings. Together with the forces of the Home Front Command, the MDA service, and the security forces at this.
So the United States and Israel are targeting military targets. Iran is targeting downtown street markets. A cluster with only one detonation, that tells me that they have horrible equipment.
Islamic Republic and many of these launching positions and the stockpiles of ballistic missiles. International attention remains focused on the Persian Gulf and the Strait of Hormuz, where the Iranians are still issuing new threats about this critical thoroughfare.
The Strait of Hormuz will not be open to shipping. Not a single American Navy vessel will be allowed to enter the Persian Gulf. The presence of America in the Persian Gulf has been the main cause of insecurity over the past 50 years. It is not possible to establish security in the region without America's exit from the Persian Gulf.
The Iranians are talking and the Americans are striking. U.S. Central Command releasing this video from Friday showing Karg Island, where up to 95% of Iran's crude oil is processed. Significant strikes there. President Trump telling media over the weekend, we totally demolished Karg Island, but we may hit it a few more times just for fun. We've totally decimated it.
Okay. Oh, my God. Just when I thought I couldn't love this guy more, I got to hear that again. That sounds so beautiful.
Over the weekend, we totally demolished Karg Island, but we may hit it a few more times just for fun. We've totally decimated it.
I love this guy.
We do expect a ramp up in U.S. and Israeli strikes in the hours and days ahead. We've seen many of the refueler planes overhead as they are making sure these jets have the ability to strike targets deep inside of Iran. Guys?
All right. Trey Yanks, live for us in Tel Aviv. Trey, thank you very much.
Thanks, Trey.
Just for fun? Question for the chat. Why do they hate Israel? Why does everyone hate Israel? I just put a poll up. 84% of you said they hate Israel because Jesus is Jewish. 16% said no. Then why do they hate Israel? And Trump just said, for fun? We're going to bomb Karg Island for fun? Oh, man. I just when I thought I couldn't love the guy anymore, he says that. Gosh, I love it. Let's go. Bruno, what do you got?
Good morning, brother. And I told you so.
I told you. Right. You're right, dude. You're right.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're right. We knew it was a sleeper cell in Michigan. We know it's a sleeper cell in Austin, Texas with the Aloha Gay Bar shirt. We know it was a sleeper cell in Old Dominion University in Virginia. You go with it, man. What do you got, Bruno?
Now, my better question, all right, considering it just came out that the one at the synagogue was a family member of a commander that was taken out in Iran. How many more family members and subordinates are in this country that served with, have been radicalized just like this? You know, people take a look at the videos of what they do with their children. Little boys are brought up from a very young age, chasing each other around with mimic-looking AR-15s.
Yeah.
And pistols. They field strip weapons as children. We are screwed in this country if people don't get their head out of their ass and wake up. These sleeper cells have solid command position people of age within this country.
Bruno, I don't want to disagree with you. I think you're absolutely right. And somebody just gave you a boom shakalaka. You nailed it. And for those that aren't aware, Bruno, you worked in the Coast Guard. You dealt with the Coast Guard is the nation's defense inside of national waters. You have dealt with security threats a vast part of your career. So this is not new to you to connect these dots, is it?
Patients and drug ops.
Yeah.
So people open your eyes. This is going on, and this is going to get much worse, much scarier. Get your heads on a swivel. If you can't carry a pistol, get a non-lethal, but protect yourself. Have something as self-defense. God bless you, brother. Thank you for a great show.
Thank you for calling.
Patriots. Have a great weekend.
I agree. Thank you, Bruno. God bless you. Let me grab this clip here. Let me see if I can find it. I believe he gave out some very prophetic. Let's go here. Line 3. What do you got, line 3? Turn the audio down in the background or I'll have to hang up on you.
Hello.
Go right ahead. What do you got?
I just want to know what plans that America and Israel might have to keep another rogue country from moving in to what used to be Iran.
What other rogue country do you think would move in?
Well, there's plenty of next door neighbors that have the same ideology as they do.
Well, I mean, that's half of the Middle East or 90% of the Middle East. I don't know how we would prevent that. I really don't. And
America and Israel should get together and just put boots on the ground and have us a new nation state.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you calling. Thank you, sir. God bless you. Let's go line 2. Line 2. Go right ahead.
I just wanted to say how much I love you and you're my favorite YouTuber.
Well, thank you. Where are you calling from?
Massachusetts. This is Cassie G in the chat.
Cassie G, Massachusetts. Thank you so much.
Love you.
Hey, you take care. Get back to paying taxes up there. There's a lot of people on welfare and Somalians that are depending on you.
Oh, God, I wish I could move out of here. Love you guys.
There you go. You got to get up and go to work because there's a lot of people depending on you to pay taxes. Let's see here. I want to see if I can find this one clip. There was a clip here that I wanted to find, and I don't know if I can. Damn it. Let's see here. Boy, oh boy, I can't. Lines are open, 615-475-7864. Feel free. Let's go right here. It looks like an Arkansas area code. What do you got?
Yeah, this is Lisa from Greenwood, Arkansas, the #1 football team in the state.
You're right about that. They're better than the Razorbacks.
The guy that called earlier about...
Oh, crap. I think we disconnected. Lisa, call back. Line 2, go right ahead.
Hey, Ben, this is Bub from Ohio.
What you got, Bub?
Hey, I want to get to a point here, so give me a chance.
Sure, go for it.
Okay. Nick Shirley blew the lid off of the pirates up there.
Okay.
Then he started going to California.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, no ill to her mom. I hope she's alive. Angelic Santa Guthrie's mom gets kidnapped.
Okay.
So all the attention went that direction, and it's not been back.
Okay.
So my point I want to get to, and I think this is eventually what people will wake up and find out. There's 2 governments. There's 2 judicial systems. There's 2 penal systems.
You think there's a real shadow government operating behind the scenes?
Absolutely.
I'm going to put that to a vote, Bub. Here, let's do this.
Okay.
I'm going to put this on a poll. Do you believe there is a shadow government? Man, nobody said a damn word about Nancy Guthrie, have they? I mean, nobody's talking about Nancy Guthrie at all. I mean, nobody.
Nor to the Epstein files or the Somali pirates.
Interesting, isn't it? Interesting. You know, I figured they would tie in the Epstein files, that the real Epstein files, not the fake ones, the real ones were in a bunker in Iran. That's what I thought they would tie that into, right?
And that's what I'm hearing too, that there's another set of files they haven't brought out yet. This comes from a well-researched lady that does research and writes books on our government. And she says there's another file coming out, and it's got a bunch of them on there that's in our government.
You know, I really don't doubt it. Thank you for calling, brother. God bless you.
God bless you too, Ben.
There we go. Lines are open. Lisa down in Greenwood, feel free to call back. You live in Virginia, y'all got problems. And she's one of them. That's your governor right there. This is your governor in Virginia. I want you to see this. Virginia voters are shocked to find out that Virginia Democrats are voting to exempt themselves from new gun laws. Let's go, Lisa. Sorry, Lisa, I hung up on you. God bless you.
Oh, no, that's fine. God bless you too. But no, it's all about the money. Just follow the money. And that's why Democrats are so upset with everything that's going on. Is Trump is cutting their throats when it comes to that money.
And you know, I think it's amazing because Trump doesn't need the cash. He doesn't care. He doesn't need the money. Thank you for calling, Lisa. God bless you.
God bless you.
Let's go here. I want to play this clip. If you're in Virginia, pepper your anus. And we warned you is code for we told you so. Code for we told you so. Virginia, buckle up. Arm up. 2A now.
Madam President, I wish the senator from Eastern Fairfax could hear himself. Because this job, we think this job has gotten dangerous in the last couple of years. Well, how many Virginians out there believe that they're in a situation where they need to protect themselves? But yet we don't listen to them. Well, not me, but this body's not going to listen to them because they think they need to have this protection. We're going to carve something out for assembly members. That to me is beyond the pale. General Assembly, we are a citizen legislature. We are citizens just like everybody else. We go back home. We interact with their constituents. We're a part of the community. We are no better than anybody else. And we should never vote for a bill that gives us a special privilege over any other citizen.
There we go. Sorry. Whoa. I muted myself there. Sorry about that. Virginia voters are being, I'm sorry. I muted myself when the clip was playing because I had to sneeze. There we go. Sorry about that. But this is insane. Virginia is cooked. Virginia is cooked. She ran as a moderate. Does anybody think she's a moderate? Read these comments. All laws which are repugnant to the Constitution are null and void. That's Marbury versus Madison. Once you give up your guns, they're going to kill you. Yeah. I can't say that's wrong. Could you imagine if you'd have given up your guns and the Fauci ouchie stuff would have been happening? You imagine that? Let's go. Line 2. What do you got?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, line 2. Go right ahead.
They don't hate Israel. They hate Netanyahu and what he's doing.
What has he done? Tell me 2 specific things Netanyahu's done bad.
Well, let's see. Since 1984, he has went to every president we have and got us into, I don't know, Afghanistan, Iraq, now Iran.
Wait a second. Since 1984? You think Netanyahu's been in charge since 84?
No, he hasn't, but he keeps on lobbying the president. And
So that's
this
what
one
world
here
leaders do. They talk to world leaders.
Yes, but since 1984, he's been claiming Iran had a nuclear weapon. Let's see, he claimed weapons of mass destruction to get Bush Jr. to do it.
So let me ask you this. Do you think the United States is the most powerful country in the world?
Used to be, yeah.
We're not the most powerful country in the world right now?
Well, it depends on which
No,
point.
it doesn't
If you're
depend on
looking at
anything. We do
military,
binary
if you're looking
choices
at-
here. We do binary choices, yes or no. Is America the most powerful country in the world?
Military-wise, yes.
Okay, so military-wise, we're number one. Do you think Donald Trump is the greatest president of your lifetime?
Yes.
Okay, so you think the greatest president of your lifetime with the strongest military in the world would be controlled by a country the size of New Jersey?
You see, there's the quagmire. You don't think it's possible, but let's
Tell
see.
me what proof you have. Give me one
Every
ounce of proof.
Every time Netanyahu goes to the White House,
No, come
we
on.
bomb something.
Come on,
Let's
man.
see.
Come on.
Midnight Hammer. Netanyahu went to the White House. Yeah, they got nuclear capability. Okay, boom, 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 boom.
So you just
Okay,
admitted
let's see.
Iran has nuclear capabilities.
They might be able to produce one, but that's not the point, dude.
So you
point
hate the
is-
Jews. You hate the Jews.
No, I do not hate the Jews.
It sounds like it.
No, I do not like Netanyahu and what he's been doing since 1984.
But let me ask you this. Netanyahu was elected through a democratic election in Israel. So are you telling me that the people of Israel elected the wrong guy?
Okay.
No,
now
you're not
let's go
answering.
back
You're
to-
doing this what
go
about
back
it.
to
You're going this what
Netanyahu's
about itism.
election.
You're not answering the question. This is hard to
He
have a
told
conversation
the-
with somebody that doesn't
He
answer the
told
question.
the prime minister, "Hey, look, give me time.
Hey,
now,
look,
and
give me time."
I'll
You're not answering the question, dude. You're not answering the question. Let me ask you this. If you hate Netanyahu so much, who is the
I don't.
opposition? You just said you hated him. Who is the better choice to be prime minister of Israel? You can't even give me a name.
The guy that actually.
The guy that actually, you can't give me a
yeah.
name. I'm going to flush you, man. I think you,
Okay.
I think
All
you've
right.
inhaled too many exhaust fumes. You want to come on and poop on everyone. Room 9, low IQ student, have the mic. Yeah, I agree. You can't tell me why Netanyahu's bad. Man, he's bad. He's a bad dude. Come on, man. Donald Trump, most powerful person in the world. You heard it from that guy. United States military, most powerful military in the world. You heard it from that guy. Then he's going to say, well, Netanyahu, he's in control. Come on, bro. Don't come at me with that garbage. You need a helmet, man, and a drool tray. Airborne, what you got?
Hey, brother, two things real quick. One, you were wondering what NBC stands for. It's never broadcast correctly. Next, I live in Virginia, and every single one to the person, the voted Democrat that I know is pissed off at what the governor's doing. But we have no recall option in Virginia other than to show we can prove in court that she's mentally incompetent.
Good luck, because you'll never get
Yeah.
that by a liberal judge.
Or definitely not through our state Supreme Court, who's 99.9% Democrat.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's so I feel sorry for the people of Virginia. They had a good choice, but I will say this. Where was Obama when they were running a black female Marine? Because if you didn't vote for a black female under Kamala, you were racist. But where was Obama whenever they were trying to get Winsome Sears elected? Now, I don't know if she was a good candidate. I don't know. I don't live there. But, you know.
Yeah. She was the governor candidate for the Republican Party.
Oh, I know who she
And
was. I'm just
put it-
saying, why didn't they
she
leverage?
She herself stated that she dared to stray off of the Democrat plantation.
I want to
That's
know
he went
why.
back.
I want to know why Republicans play nice. Mike Johnson and every Republican should have been out pointing at Democrats saying, if you don't vote for Winsome Sears, you're a racist. That's what they should have done. They play too nice, and I'm tired of playing nice, and I don't play nice on here. And just like the guy before, he was like, yeah, Bibi Netanyahu's bad. But he couldn't tell me who the previous candidate was. He couldn't tell me the opposition. It's just Jews are bad, Bibi's bad, all this other crap. I'm just like, man, quit, eat the crayons, stop shoving them up your ass. That's my theory. God bless you. Let's go here.
Hey,
let's grab this other caller. Line 2, what you got?
Hey, this is Johnny calling again from Texas. It's not BB's fault. It's the fact that the control that they have over America is
What
religious
control?
connection to
What
a man
control?
named Jesus.
What control do they have over America?
Well, it's a spiritual control. It's over a religion that was created in Greek.
So you don't believe in the religion?
The New Testament.
You don't believe in the
New
religion?
Testament, I think the New Testament was created to usurp a religion that was mystical in nature, and they didn't have a symbol. So they
Wait
couldn't
a
take
second.
down-
Wait, what? You're saying? Are you saying the New Testament is null and void?
I'm saying love is the weapon if it could be used that way. Holla.
Johnny, I think you're retarded. Johnny just went full retard. Someone get Johnny a hockey helmet and a drool tray. Johnny, I think, oh my God, let's just do this one for Johnny right now. World's loudest flush for Johnny. Johnny just blamed the New Testament. Love is a weapon. Dirt. Johnny. Oh,
Diaper change line 3. Diaper change line 3.
can we get, I don't ever use the power flush because it takes a lot of water, but good God, Johnny. Johnny went from I hate Jews to the New Testament doesn't count. What? Wow. Oh my God. Somebody says, is this how Sean Ryan should interview people? No, we should just let Hunter Biden talk about booger sugar for 5 hours. Push back on some of this stuff, dude. Johnny, you need some vitamin D. Good. Go touch grass. Johnny, you lost me, bro. You lost me. I don't know how you... New Testament was built... I'm going to have to go back and listen to that. Somebody said, Johnny, quit eating the tampons. Oh, my God. Here we go. Let's go here. It's official. Minnesota election officials admitted illegal. What? Hold up. Hold up. Let's go here. We got any Minnesotans? We got anybody from Minnesota? Johnny is probably moving to Minnesota.
Okay, so the answer to my question is yes. Under that scenario, someone could, they get their driver's license, again, because we give them to anybody here. They register to vote. It doesn't match with the social security number, so they're flagged, but they come in as long as they have an ID, which is that driver's license, and they sign that they're, eligible to vote, they can vote. And they're then no longer flagged. They're on the system. Is that correct?
Mr. Linnell.
Madam Chair, if I could add the, and maybe stepping back from those that are flagged as CID on the roster, for anyone that's presenting documentation to register to vote, that is affirmation of their identity. The driver's license has not been used as proof of citizenship for the purposes of registering to vote. It's affirming that they are who they say they are. So
Right.
in any of these cases where someone were to cast a ballot if they were ineligible to vote, there are also reports that are generated post-election for voters that are challenged that counties will run to show status of voters that had been updated due to the fact that they've now cast a ballot that can be reviewed and referred to the county attorney.
Okay, so the answer is yes to my question.
So the answer is yes. Illegals can vote. Wow. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Johnny, touch grass. Line 2, go.
Hi, Ben. This
Yes,
is
ma'am.
Nanabelle from Minnesota, and we are so sick of these dumb bastards up here. For the most part, we're good people that believe in the Constitution. I'm 75 years old, and we are not a bunch of morons here. We just are so frustrated. God bless Mr. Trump. God bless our troops, and God bless America.
How do y'all fix your problems in Minnesota? How does that happen?
Get rid of the damn government. we gotta get them idiots voted out.
You know, I don't know how anyone ever recovers because Minnesota's been dumb for a long time. It's the only state that voted for Walter Mondale.
Amen.
I mean,
I'm
if anybody thinks that Minnesota is going to turn red, it's the only state that voted for Walter Mondale. I mean, that's my standard answer.
I know, and now they're talking Amy. Good Lord.
Amy Klobuchar. Oh, yeah, she's a good pick, right?
Yeah, right.
Gosh.
And donkeys fly.
That is absolutely insane, isn't it? Thank you for calling. God bless you. God bless Minnesota. God bless Minnesota. Y'all got issues. Lots of them. None of the Minnesota government is originally from Minnesota. No, they're all probably Somalian or something, right? Let's go here. I saw this. Let's go here. I want to see this if I can find it. Let's see here. Somebody sent me something for me to read. And I think I'm going to research this before. Okay. Yeah, I'll research that. Lines are open, 615-475-7864. Feel free, give me a call. Love to talk to you about, what you think is happening. What you think is happening in the United States, what you think is happening in the Middle East, whether or not we need to stay involved there. The trolls really have to do better. Yeah, the trolls are not that good lately. I wish the trolls would up their game. It doesn't seem like that the trolls are very well prepared. Let's go here. Line 3. What you got?
Hi, Ben. I just wanted to say that Netanyahu is a great leader. Next to Trump, but I think he's a great leader. He's defending his small country. His people were butchered by Hamas, and I think he's a great leader.
No one ever brings up the point of what happened on October the 7th. Nobody wants to acknowledge that. And it's really ironic that because if that happened here in America, I want neutron bombs dropped in Mexico. You know what I mean?
I agree.
That's what I want. And I can't
100%.
believe that other people don't agree with them allowing their people to exact revenge. Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. Is that what I remember being said?
Right. They butchered babies right in front of their parents. They killed parents in front of their children. They burned people alive. They raped women. So I don't blame Netanyahu for what he's doing.
It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's weird how we want vengeance for, let's say, the Jeffrey list, but we don't want this other country to exact vengeance on what happened there.
Right. I agree.
Thank
And
you for
another thing I wanted
Go
to
right
say
ahead. Go
about
right ahead.
Biden, just
Yeah.
one more thing, Biden and Obama,
Mhm.
I don't believe we'd be having all these problems if it wasn't for them. And I know you said they have a security clearance, but they've made our country very insecure.
Oh,
And
without
if
a
I
shadow
was
of a doubt.
president, I'd have them both in prison for treason.
Oh, well, I mean, Iran has these drones that cost $20,000 to $50,000 to make. Biden and Obama gave them billions of dollars. Billions.
Right. And Obama also took a lot of money through his son from our enemies for pay to play when they created all these LLCs.
Mhm.
So he's a big freaking traitor.
I agree. I completely agree with you. Completely agree with you. Thank you for your call. God bless you.
Okay.
She's passionate. I can't watch that. No, I'm not even going anywhere near that. Somebody just sent me a link. No. What? What? Who likes Kristen Cinema? Okay, here it goes. It gets worse. Okay. Now this has crossed the Rubicon. Now I'm done.
You know, there are other players here. I didn't realize it was going to be a joint operation with a country that believes in Amalek. You know, whoever made that decision should be in jail. You know, there are other players here. I didn't realize it was going to be a joint operation with a country that believes in Amalek. You know, whoever made that decision should be in jail.
There we go. So he's saying that Trump should be in jail. Somebody says, has anyone ever threatened your life yet, like some other YouTubers? Good luck. Tommy, Guitar Man, what you got?
Hey, guys. You know, I really think, I won't get into it, why too much, but I think Tucker's going to end up in jail when the war's over. I think Tucker's going to end up in jail for the shit and lies against the country. And there's things that he has said that they can put together. I really think he deserves to go to jail for all of his finagling and lying because it's hurt people.
You know, I mean, he goes on these, what I would say, fringe
I'm just guessing, man.
channels.
Yeah. I've seen some other strange stuff that he goes and visits people on and really says shit. Sorry.
How many people watch this channel here called Redacted? You ever watch this channel, Redacted?
Yeah, once now and then I've seen that. Yeah.
Do you know
crazy.
anything about the host right there in the middle, Clayton Morris?
No, not at all. I try and
You don't know anything about him? So,
not really, no.
So here, I'll pull up the evidence. And it seems like criminals always hang out together, right?
I know it. Exactly.
Here you go. Here, I'll pull this up for you. And you can see
It
it.
should be there tomorrow, by the way. It should be there tomorrow, by the way.
Perfect. Ex-talk show host leaves the country amid real estate fraud charges.
Oh my
Clayton
goodness, I didn't
Morris,
see that.
Clayton Morris, host of Fox and Friends morning television show, has relocated to Portugal because they have no extradition laws. I'm not joking. Like, I'm not joking here.
I'm reading it with you.
He relocated to Portugal against legal charges that he defrauded investors in real estate deals within the Indianapolis area. I mean, so according to USA Today, believe it if you want, Morris and his wife, business partner, former MSNBC anchor Natalie Morris, moved with their family from their $1.4 million home in New Jersey to a Portuguese coastal resort. He insisted the people will fight the civil lawsuits, blah, blah, blah. Look at this.
Absolutely
it gets better.
there.
You like this word here? Ponzi. Morris and Whalen have been accused by investors of running a Ponzi scheme involving the sale of 700 homes.
Oh my goodness. Is Tucker involved at all?
Well, Tucker's on his show being interviewed.
No, all the time. I know. I just wonder if he.
I mean, it's amazing that these people always hang out together, isn't it?
I know it. Hey, you guys have a great day. I'm feeling a little better. Thanks for everything.
Take care, Tommy. I appreciate you. Nobody ever looks into this stuff. Why don't you look into it? Come on, man. I feel like the bad guy revealing how the magic tricks are played. I feel like the bad guy. Everybody's like, Ben, you're just doing it. I'm just giving you the backstory. Just the backstory. I'm just giving you the backstory. Ponzi scheme, 700 houses. Come on, man. Line 2, what you got?
Hey, what's up, Ben? It's Will in Chicago. You know, I'm around a lot of liberals here, obviously, and the Jewish Americans, as we'll put it, they've really put themselves in a bad spot. You know, they hate Trump, and they hate him so much that they're willing to, you know, break bread with these people who hate them. And they just say it's like, they're Zionists. They're like, that's not, they don't want to be associated with Israel whatsoever.
I could see that. Yeah. Do you think Jewish people hate Trump? You think that?
I think that the majority of the Jewish people that I know are you know, Democrats. My mom's Jewish. I'm consider myself more Christian, just a man of God in general. But I know a lot of people, and none of them are Republicans, and all of them are kind of just like, they use this term, you know, Zionist, to say that that's not them.
Okay,
They're not
I got you.
to do with this.
Yeah, I got you. I see what you mean. Yeah, I believe that there were, I think a lot of them probably voted for Zohran Mamdani as well.
Insane.
It is crazy, man. I mean, it's so interesting that people blindly follow stuff without verifying. It's just like with the Redacted. I noticed Redacted going more and more left wing about a year ago. And I was like, man, why did this guy ever leave Fox News? And it's like, oh, he had a Ponzi scheme selling 700 houses in Indianapolis. I'm like, oh, okay, now it makes sense, right?
Yeah, it's unreal.
It's crazy. Thank you, brother. God bless you. It's crazy. You've got to do some research here. You've got to do some research. It's interesting when people are like surprised whenever you do a little bit of research. You know what I mean? Let's go here. Lines are open, 615-475-7864. Give me a call. Feel free. Love to talk to you. You want to debate a topic? Feel free. I'll debate with you. Absolutely debate with you. Whatever you want to talk about. Let's see here. Johnny, your opinion is so tainted right now, saying the New Testament was basically null and void. I don't know about that. Let's go line 3.
Told you so.
What you got?
It's Jim in Middle Tennessee.
Jim, Middle Tennessee. What you got, brother?
I was just thinking with the Marines that they have down there, you'll notice when they bombed the runway on Carg Island, they just pockmarked it. I think they'll probably put the Marines on that island with the V-22 Ospreys and hold that island. Maybe one of the next moves to hold that and production, you know, distribution of the oil, and let the people of Iran handle the rest of it and clean up all of Iran. I don't think they'd ever go into Iran with boots, but I do think they might take the island. That's all I had.
You know, I think that island is the absolute crown jewel for Iran. And right. If you control that, you control the entire thing. Thank you for calling. Let's go, Mark, Pittsburgh. Yellow. Call back. If you're not ready to go, neither am I. You're not ready, I'm not either. Mark, Pittsburgh, go.
Hey, Ben, how you doing? I think the problem here is that a lot of people are seeing, it's just an opinion, that Trump is bending the knee to Israel. Like, it seems like they're running the show. I mean, we're going to go in and you're going to go in with us. You know what I mean? And he kind of forced his hand on that. And I think the American people just don't like the feel of that. I mean, it's just an opinion. You know what I mean? I agree with you going.
Where did you get this information from?
Where off the internet. I can give you the back channels. I can DM to.
Has anyone in the administration said it though?
No, and that's the problem. They think that the administration's running the show.
Okay.
That they think that the people are running. It's just, you know, the American people are seeing that Trump's not running the show. He's just up there, and everybody behind the scenes running the show.
You think
and
that?
Right now they feel that Israel forced his hand.
Do
and
you
people
think
are pissed
that?
off about it? There are allies, but I think sometimes they push it a lot. I mean, Bibi's been crying for what, 30 years for this war? I mean, 5 different presidents. I mean, I get it. I just don't want to lose American lives over it, you know?
Do you
And
think
we're gonna
Donald
lose
Trump's
American-
opinion has changed in 46 years?
As he got older, he got wiser.
Okay.
I mean,
I'm going to
he
play a
knows-
clip
he
and
knows
prove
it.
you wrong. I'm going
Okay.
to hang up and I'm going to prove you wrong here. Let's grab this other call and then I'll show you. Line 2, go right ahead.
Hi, Ben. I just heard an unconfirmed report.
Well, you lost me
that
right there.
Hello?
You're going to say Bibi Netanyahu's dead?
Yeah, did you hear anything?
That's a lie. Good luck. That's a complete lie. Complete
okay,
lie.
good. Good. Later.
Yeah, that's completely unfounded, unconfirmed. Give me a break. I know there's a lot of anti-Israel schmozzies in the chat that would like that. So I'm going to show you here a clip that Donald Trump hasn't changed. Not changed at all in 47 years, 48 years. It's fun to see that so many people put words in the president's mouth that he's never said. And yet at the same time, they won't acknowledge the words that he has said and hasn't moved on. I think it's amazing. Let's go. Let's roll with it right here. This is Donald Trump 46 years ago. 46.
When you get the respect of the other countries, then the other countries tend to do a little bit as you do, and you can create the right attitudes.
Let me back this up.
When you get the respect of the other countries, then the other countries tend to do a little bit as you do, and you can create the right attitudes. The Iranian situation is a case in point. That they hold our hostages is just absolutely and totally ridiculous. That this country sits back and allows a country such as Iran to hold our hostages, to my way of thinking, is a horror. And I don't think they'd do it with other countries. I honestly don't think they'd do it with other countries.
Obviously, you're advocating that we should have gone in there with troops, etc., and brought our boys out.
I absolutely feel that, yes. I don't think there's any question, and there's no question in my mind. I think right now would be an oil-rich nation, and I believe that we should have done it, and I'm very disappointed that we didn't do it, and I don't think anybody would have held us in abeyance. I don't think anybody would have been angry with us, and we had every right to do it at the time. I think we've lost the opportunity.
Okay. Let's go. Poll in the chat. Is Trump compromised like Hellbound in the chat is accusing him of? Do you think Donald Trump is compromised? Hellbound? You're, I'll just say wrong. I'll be nice. I don't believe Donald Trump is compromised, and I don't believe that he has ever been compromised. But you provide me some proof, man. Tell me some proof. 1980. 46 years ago, Donald Trump said it was shameful U.S. government wasn't using force. But now that he's using force against Iran, Trump is the compromised one? Come on, bro. Hellbound, please call in. Please call. I beg you to make a phone call. I know you won't. You have no factual anything to prove anything. Tell me this is Hellbound. Please tell me your name is Hellbound.
Hello?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Oh, hi, Ben. I called you. I said about Netanyahu being dead.
Oh, you
and
already
I
called.
don't know.
You already called. Go away. One phone call, go away. Don't kind of call in and retract. No, one call. One call. Sorry. Troll under the bridge. Talk to me.
Good morning, everybody, and good Sunday. Hey, if anybody's still on this Israel is controlling America, whatever the heck you want to call it, you need to get off that and pull your head from your butt before it's too late. Of all the things Israel has done from us for, since back after World War II, all the information they have given us, out of all the enemies and what they're doing, Mossad's one of the greatest intel co-ops that there is in the world.
Think of the pagers. Pagers.
Exactly. And for what they have done for us and stuff like that, that puts them in the top 3 allies. If not top 2. I mean, you got Japan, you got Israel, and right now it's kind of a toss-up for number 3. And you need to get out that everybody in Israel has served military time. They are all armed. And if they did not want Bibi in power, they would take him out of power. They do things differently there than here in the United States. They will continue to vote him in power as long as they do what the majority of the citizens of Israel want to have done.
Let me ask you this. Who loves their country more? Democrats for America or Bibi for Israel?
Bibi for Israel for sure.
I mean, that right there answers a lot of questions for me. That answers a lot of questions for me personally. Just that statement is that should answer a lot of questions. But for anybody that says Trump is compromised, I think you need to have your head examined, but it'll be really difficult because it would be a proctologist that would need to do it because your head's in your hiney hole, if you believe that.
You need the jaws of life to get it out. And also, look at what when we have this the situation going on right now. When Trump tells Bibi to hold off, he holds off.
Yeah.
When he tells him to proceed, he proceeds. Israel is not in control of America. Please pull your head from your ears before it's too late, people.
Yeah, you're gonna run into something. Take care, brother. God bless you. Here's a clip of Trump in 1987. Does this sound compromised? Does this sound compromised? These are everywhere. I think you want him to be compromised.
I mean, you think Gorbachev is tough. Think of this character, Khomeini. I mean, this son of a bitch is something like nobody's ever seen.
1987.
I mean, you think Gorbachev is tough. Think of this character, Khomeini. I mean, this son of a bitch is something like nobody's ever seen.
Yep, there we go. But Trump's compromised. Got it. Got it. Let me write that down on my Q hotline. Q hotline, rolling in hot. He looks racist. Yeah, true. Yeah. Absolutely. Here we go. Trump, 1988. I'd be harsh on Iran. They've been beating us psychologically, making us look like a bunch of fools. One bullet shot at one of our men or ships, and I'd do a number on Karg Island. I'd go in and take it. Iran can't even beat Iraq, yet they push the United States around. It'd be good for the world to take them on. This was in 1988. I want to say we're about to see Marines on the ground in Karg Island. Is Trump compromised? 92% say no. 8% should see a proctologist. Let's go here. Now will we see Marines on Karg? I can't even spell Karg. Karg Island. Are you about to see Marines on Karg Island? Boy, oh boy, oh boy. 1988, I believe 84 Olympics were Los Angeles. 88 Olympics. I don't know what we had 88 Olympics. No negotiating with people like this. This is Trump, 1988. It's about to go, guys. It's about to go. Lines are open, 615-475-7864. Tucker won't show that. No, Tucker Carlson can't show that. Not at all. Just put a link in the chat to join the channel as a member. If you want to get on there, be a member on the channel, get access to a Discord server right here. There'll be a link posted. You can do that. Members only area. We won't have Johnny in there talking bad about the Bible. Can't believe that, Johnny. Man, Johnny, you lost some street cred right there, dude. Saying the New Testament was just emotional. Okay. Johnny, I don't want to be near you in a thunderstorm is all I got to say. Nikki, great show, Ben. You deserve a Hot Pocket and a grape Kool-Aid. Thank you. I love a Hot Pocket. No, I don't know the last time I had a Hot Pocket or a grape drink. But hey, it is what it is. Uh-oh, hold up. Here we go. Code Red exposes truth of AI-powered autonomous weapons. Inside future of tech-powered. Okay, let's go here. This is a new book that's out. Oh, somebody's trying to sell their book. Okay. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Marco needs to hire a lot of assistants. Johnny needs a Band-Aid. Yeah. Somebody said Trump did not convert God. You're annoying. What? Where is that coming from? That's an interesting one to say that. I can't figure it out whenever people want to go down that avenue. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people that are just going to come up with some radical crap. Like the oh, here we go. We got a little update on Carg Island. Let's roll this. Let's roll this one while we've got some bean footage. And I'm gonna grab another cup of coffee. Q is garbage. I can't find any proof that Q is real.
Fox News in Washington. We begin with a look at some of today's top stories. Spring may be just 5 days away, but Mother Nature has other plans. Blizzard warnings are in effect from the northern Rockies to the upper Midwest today, where wind gusts of up to 50 miles an hour will make travel treacherous. Much of the deep south could see the coldest St. Patrick's Day on record Tuesday. Anti-government protesters attacked a Communist Party office in central Cuba Saturday after a rally against power cuts and food shortages. It follows the drastic drop in oil shipments since the U.S. action against Venezuela began back in January. North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un and his teenage daughter watched a live fire test of rocket launch systems Saturday amid springtime U.S. and South Korean joint exercises this week. South Korea's military detected roughly 10 ballistic missiles fired from Pyongyang toward the Eastern Sea. And the Pentagon has released the names of the 6 U.S. Air Force members killed in the military aircraft refueling crash in western Iraq Thursday near the Jordanian border. They are Captain Ariana Savino, Major John Klinner, Tech Sergeant Ashley Pruitt, Captain Seth Koval, Captain Curtis Angst, and Tech Sergeant Tyler Simmons. In a moment, we'll bring in the U.S. Ambassador to the United Nations, Mike Waltz, on that and much more. But first, we get the latest on the U.S. and Israeli strikes on Iran with Fox News chief foreign correspondent Trey Yingst in Tel Aviv. Hello, Trey.
Shannon, good morning. Today, Israel launched a new round of airstrikes against western Iran, targeting regime infrastructure there. Intense U.S. and Israeli bombardment has hammered the Iranian regime on a daily basis for more than 2 weeks in an effort to degrade the military and political infrastructure of the Islamic Republic. These strikes are expected to ramp up in the days ahead.
The Israeli Air Force is also continuing a powerful wave of attacks on Tehran and throughout Iran. Iran is engaging in regional terrorism and extortion meant to deter Israel and the United States from pressing on with the campaign, and is receiving an uncompromising response, which is strong as steel.
Iran is still continuing its attacks against Gulf countries, targeting locations there and Israel. Since midnight, at least 8 missile barrages were launched towards central Israel, triggering sirens throughout the night. Some damage was caused to the area, but no casualties were reported.
This is crazy, man. Crazy.
As a result of the missile impact, it caused fire on several vehicles and damages to several buildings. Together with the forces of the Homefront Command, the MDA service, and the security forces at this stage, we found that 3 people were lightly wounded. At the moment, we are working to inspect the inside buildings to see that there are no one trapped inside, and of course, sealing off the scene.
With the war ongoing, international focus remains.
I mean, the more that Iran retaliates, the more that Trump is going to continue to escalate. Okay. And I believe Iran is out of a lot of stuff right now. I believe they're out of a lot of things.
The presence of America in the Persian Gulf has been the main cause of insecurity over the past 50 years. It is not possible to establish security in the region without America's exit from the Persian Gulf.
So we need to leave so that they can advance their own security. Right. That will fix everything. If the United States pulls out of the Middle East, then it'll be okay. Come on, man. Nobody's that dumb, are they? I just don't believe that will ever happen. At all. Could you imagine if Kamala Harris was in charge right now? Is there anyone in the chat that think we would be better off with Kamala Harris? Somebody says, I can't, Brooke Machine over on Kick. Apparently, I can't say why people hate Israel. I get deleted. You can say it. I don't know. I don't know. If Kamala Harris was in charge right now, number one, the Middle East, they do not negotiate with women. Number two, they do not negotiate with password people. Number three, they do not negotiate with, I would say, brown women. Kamala Harris, Hillary Clinton, Pete Buttigieg, Kamala Harris's daughter. I just don't think that they will ever negotiate with a woman. Think about it. Try to figure that one out. You think Kamala Harris would be better? Kamala would surrender. She'd drink all the box wine. I agree with that. I do agree with that. We got a powerful message rolling in here. Trump is not controlled by Israel. The reason Americans don't trust the Israeli government is because Bibi likes to lie to us. We're still looking for those weapons of mass destruction. James, weapons of mass destruction. Bush, Clinton. There you go. And I believe Donald Trump was against the WMDs. I think Trump was against invading Iraq too, wasn't he? Wasn't Trump against Iraq? I believe he was. But now, you know, it's a little different, right? Everything's different. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thank you for the super chat, James. James, I'm not going to try to say the last name. Thank you so much. Lines are open, 615-475-7864. Hope this gets to you. What is this? Typically, if somebody sends a link, I just delete it. I just delete links is typically what I do. I just, especially a link with no context. I don't open them. If it's got no context, I don't open it. Let's go here. But you guys were right. The bad people are welcome. That's the synagogue there in Michigan. Confirms the attacker's brother was a Hezbollah guy. Hezbollah commander. The sleeper cells have been activated. Somebody said Saddam had WMDs in the form of bioweapons. I think he might have, yeah. Line 3, what do you got? Turn the audio down.
Hey, Ben, it's Brad from Pennsylvania. I'm the one who sent you that link. It's regarding some patriots standing up in Virginia.
What were they doing?
It's actually through a YouTube video. They're outside the Virginia State Capitol, I believe it is, with all their freedom dispensing tools.
Okay.
Standing up, passing out 30-round magazines and free from Magpul and stuff of that nature. So,
you think it's a good idea? I don't know. Let me see what context this is. Let's see.
Absolutely.
I don't know what the context
Yeah,
is.
I didn't want you to. Yeah, I didn't. I didn't know how to send. I just sent the link to the YouTube video.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, thank you, man. I'll check this out. I appreciate it. God bless you.
All right. Later.
Doesn't matter. She can't negotiate. Yeah. So they were outside of the courthouse. Let's see what they're doing.
Their rules, even though the rules are made up and false, but we're trying to be here amicably and not cause too much of a stir. As much as they want one, we're not going to give it to them.
Despite what our governor would think, we are actually law-abiding citizens. No one here is dangerous. I mean, look at all the firearms here, and I count precisely 0 bodies because everybody here is good law-abiding citizens.
In the whole city.
Who she's targeting, and look. They even played by her bullshit rules. Like, okay, fine, we'll disarm and come tell you how much we think you suck.
Even the cops are chill. Look at their body demeanor.
Yeah.
They tell us every year that they're not even needed here because when we're here, it's the safest part of the city.
That Appalachian guy.
Oh, nice.
So,
Right on. Oh, look,
we're both from the Appalachian Mountains.
So these are courtesy of Magpul through tactical distributors, kind enough to come out here and distribute these to the guys protesting against people trying to infringe their rights. So here we go.
Oh yeah,
thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you, guys. All riding all the time.
You notice the difference in protest from conservatives and protest with the people that hate America. These all have firearms. People are waiting in line to get free magazines. Thank you for sending that. These are straight patriots. I agree. Are these patriots? 1 for yes, 2 for no. These are the people that would get on a horse and ride through town in the middle of the night, waking up the citizens, saying the redcoats are coming, the British are coming. These are people that would get in a boat on Christmas and cross the Delaware. These are the people that would do that. Don't ever forget, all of the disciples, except for, I believe, 1, all died horrible deaths. Don't ever forget that.
Start. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
One.
Thank you, young lady.
Like here.
Appreciate that.
How you doing?
Hello.
Dropping this Mac off. I gotta do it.
Okay.
Got a lot of shit on me.
You're gonna lose some pounds today.
There you go.
All right. Thanks, sir. Appreciate you coming out.
Well, if you want to put one on the 50 mag too. Look, Barrett Boy was here back in 2020. Someone has to carry it on. Oh yeah.
The whole point of this is to make sure that the magazines are out there.
We got it.
That's why we're here. So
Yeah. So just do me a favor. If you don't mind, just go.
you want to take back up there?
Yeah, take care. Is it ordinance or is it?
That's the new ordinance.
That's all
They're
right.
saying here.
Look, they're not throwing rocks at police. They have guns, and yet they're not being shot at. They're not trying to run over people with cars. This is very unruly. Somebody said they've never been deployed on Christmas Day. You're right about that.
Fucking assholes. Fuck them.
What was this?
Tyrants.
What just happened?
So pretty much with the new ordinance that came in, they came and said that I cannot carry my suppressor on any public streets here in Richmond.
Suppressor. Can't carry a suppressor on public streets. Okay. Take off the mask. You don't need to hide your face, dude. Quit hiding your face. There's no reason to hide your face.
Do it.
Did they cite the actual ordinance, or they said something
She
vague?
did pull up ChatGPT and did pull up the ordinance. So we're trusting AI now for police officers. I mean, that's the way our surveillance is going too. So
You're hiding your face. Why are you hiding your? That's the one thing I gotta. You're. I don't like that.
Order or not, because they did not want to talk in front of anybody else.
What was the reason for the change?
Pretty much because I warned the guy who was running for Senate. I asked if he wanted to protect my rights. So, which I would love to know as he walks away. Or
Yeah, he ran away.
You're not interested in protecting our rights, are you, sir?
So they were saying you have to take this off the end of your
Yeah, they're saying my suppressor is not allowed in public anymore on public streets.
Because the decibel change of 10 decibels, man, that really makes the
This right here
difference.
is very deadly.
So if you have a suppressor, be aware.
Be aware.
Okay. I mean, you can pick and choose what you want. You can get as offended as you want, but hiding your face while, I don't know, man. I guess we could split hairs from everything. Dems, Fox people, bro. Yeah. It's weird how they're not setting things on fire. That's a weird one, isn't it? I want to check this channel out and see what else they talk about here. Oh, they might have lost me with this one. They might have lost me with the Jake Lang stuff. Ugh. I see some stuff on their channel about Jake Lang, and I am not a Jake Lang person. The guy was grooming what he thought was a 15-year-old. Not a Jake Lang fan. Wow. Okay. I see you in the chat, but now the UK won't come. I don't care about the UK. Virginia passes. Thune schedules a debate on the SAVE Act next week. I did not see this coming. I'm glad it's happening, though. They say things about Save America, correct them, then they pretend they never. Oh, okay. Let's go here. Mike Lee. Good one.
We took great pains to go out of our way to make sure that no American would be left in the dark. Well, this will not cost them a dime, and no one will be excluded if they can't find their documentation.
All of us should be aware of the fact of what is required by this act when it comes to registering to vote. You have to present identification, correct? But your driver's license, which most people use in the course of business every single day, is not acceptable.
It's not acceptable because so many states give out driver's licenses to illegals. You know that, Tricky Dick Durbin, Dirty Dick.
Is acceptable is a passport. 50% of Americans do not have a passport. Those who want to obtain it so they can vote will pay $186 and wait 3 or 4 weeks for that to happen. Secondly,
real ID.
You can use a birth certificate, but any person who has changed their name as a result of a marriage or a hyphenated relationship has to find not only their birth certificate, but some correction of it to prove that they're eligible to register to vote.
I'm happy to report to my dear friend and colleague, Senator Durbin from Illinois, you're in luck. We've taken care of that. When you read the bill, what you'll discover is that we've made special accommodation for those who don't have documentation, for those who can't find their birth certificate, maybe their house burned down, maybe their dog ate it, whatever it is. When all else fails, if you don't have documentation establishing the information on your birth certificate or what would be in a passport or otherwise, the bill contains a provision requiring each state to allow an alternative mechanism by which someone can, by attestation, issue a sworn statement establishing the critical facts underlying their citizenship. It then puts the onus on the state to follow up on that and to determine the authenticity of it. States have access to their own records. States have reciprocity with other states and are able to achieve verification of that.
And the only states Kamala Harris won are the states without voter ID. Somebody said verify the Jake Lang stuff. The Jake Lang stuff, he was texting with a fake 15-year-old that he thought was a 15-year-old girl. And it turns out it wasn't a 15-year-old girl. It was someone pretending to be a 15-year-old girl. And Jake said, what state do you live in? Because she said that she was 15. He asked her if she was, when she turned 16. She says Arizona. And he says, you mean you're coming to my next protest in Texas? If you want me to, what's your phone number? Can we talk on here? Blah, blah, blah. Okay? Disgusting. It's sick. I'm not a fan of that. Let's start vetting some of this stuff, right? It's not a good look. Not a good look at all. And it's so easy to see. It's so easy to find as well. He lost me whenever he started getting involved in that stuff. Lost me. I can't. The same people that are screaming about the list and all the Jeffrey stuff are going to give this guy a pass. That's the real answer. They're going to give him a pass. It's freaking double standards. That is a double standard when you start giving people a pass for grooming, which is what that is. That is grooming. I'm searching, not coming up with any charges. You're not looking. And the charges might not have been filed yet. You find the information that you're comfortable with. You find the stuff that you're comfortable with. How about that? And if you're comfortable with the truth, do that. I don't text women under 35. People on X are posted messages of Jake Lang texting with a 15-year-old girl asking for an explanation. Really hope this isn't true. What state do you live in? Can't see you till you're 16. You coming to my next protest in Texas? I can if you want me to. What's your number? You go look at that. Go figure it out. Some of the stuff you've got to look into yourself. I am not. I can't defend anybody that does that. I'll just say that. Not happening. What did Durbin mean by birth certificate or some correction thereof? Sounds interesting, right? God bless America. Thank you for the super chat. Let's run through some of these here. $20 from God bless America. Really appreciate that. Bush's lie with made up words. Clinton's lie while banging and Diddy. Long leg chimp ear. Yep. Doesn't matter. She can't negotiate. Kamala. Trump's not controlled by Israel. I agree. Oh crap. It's a BS ideology. Thank you, Jerry McLean. Let's go. Twilight. Donald Trump has openly said Jesus is the boss. That's who takes orders from. I agree. If y'all don't think Tucker's a traitor by now, then you don't have eyes or ears. Randy, Patriot Bureau, arm up. Jay William, thank you very much. Let's see here. Lisa Noble for steak lobster. God bless the troops. Thank you very much. Let's see here. The Jake Lang thing, man. I can't go near that. I'm not going to. It doesn't look good. It doesn't pass the smell test. You convict them in the court of public opinion if you want. I'm just telling you, I'm not going near it. Carg Island needs a permanent U.S. airbase. NBC never broadcast correctly. Thank you, Random Yank. I appreciate that. Pardon me for the potentially redundant question, but you're aware that one, we need to opt to win to boost morale, standing. It's proxy op versus adversaries. Oh, okay. I can see that. Yeah. Memphis conservative. Thank you, Memphis. Real Dave. Love the show, Ben. Thank you. $50 from Pryor. turn the page. Ben's only proof is what he saw on the internet. Well, I don't know him personally, and I didn't text message with him as pretending to be a 15-year-old girl. So no, I didn't. Here, let me just show you. Let's go here. Hold on, let's see. Let's go right here. Where is... Let's go ahead. What was this one? Pryor. Thank you, Pryor. Troll Under the Bridge, $5. Thank you so much. Gifted some memberships. Thank you so much. 10 memberships. Nice one. Let's see here. It's like the people that believe, what do you call it? Ian Carroll, right? Ian Carroll. Come on. Ian Carroll posted yesterday that Erica Kirk was in an audio talking about transporting people, kids, like years before. Right. Yeah, exactly. Believe that if you want. And then this Project Constitution guy came out and said it was wrong, and he acted out of turn and all this other garbage. So yeah, some of this stuff, not good. Wait, here we go. Ugh, that's disgusting. The same people that'll go after one religion. Yeah, that's an interesting one, right? Where is... All right, there we go. Guys, oh, we got one. There we go. Just let me know when. All good. There we go. Guys, gals, girls, Ben Dykes Show. Really appreciate you. Thank you for watching. Here, let me see if I can just pull this one up real quick. Just to here we go. There you go. For anybody that wants to argue. Right-wing activist. And they always use that term, don't they? Right-wing. Jake Lang caught an alleged catch a predator style sting, texting someone posing as a 15-year-old girl. If that's what your jam is, go ahead. You can defend that all you want. Not going to. Don't know the guy. Don't really care. But hey, if that's you, go right ahead. You defend all you want. I'm not going to as somebody with a daughter. Just the smell of it, I'm running from it. You guys take care. Ben Dykes Show is out.